You're about to watch another exciting episode of the Dungeon Run, but did you know that you can actually be part of the adventure? Tune in live on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and you can make your voice heard and help determine the fate of our adventurers. Hope to see you there.
Greetings and welcome to The Dungeon Run, a live tabletop role-playing game where your interactions help tell the tale. I am Lord Ereban, the Keeper of Secrets, and I have brought these adventurers together and set them on an epic quest to decide the fate of the world. When they found my amulet, it gave them the key to unlock the mysteries of Ain and allowed them to communicate with you, the Watchers of the Time Stream. Now you have the power to help or hinder them as you see fit. If this is your first episode, fear not. Our Dungeon Master will catch you up on everything you need to know to jump right in. And you can always watch past episodes by visiting our YouTube or listen to the audio version by searching for The Dungeon Run wherever you get fine podcasts. The Dungeon Run is made possible through the generous support of our patrons. Bonus shows, special content, and more is available when you become a supporter at patreon.com/thedungeonrun. And join the incredible Dungeon Run community by visiting the official, unofficial Discord at thedungeon.run/Discord. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does make a difference. But now, sit back, relax, enter the world of Ain, and let the dice roll!
Hey! Welcome to the Dungeon Run.
I'm the Kermit meme.
Fine, everybody. We're back from our summer break. We got the whole gang back together. We're delighted to see you here too, watchers of the time stream, patrons. Of course, the Dungeon Run only exists because of our generous patrons over at patreon.com/thedungeonrun. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for making this possible. Welcome, players. It's so nice to see all of you again. It's been too long since we have all been back together.
No kidding.
We had a week off last week for the holiday here in the States and for our little summer break. And before that, we had what was to be Jared's DMing two-shot. It turned into a half shot because we have not yet seen the dramatic conclusion of the festival of the Sapphire Lights because Jared got ill. Jared, how you feeling?
I'm feeling much better now, thank you.
I'm glad to hear. Your voice is velvety smooth.
You sound delicious.
I was quite sick with a sinus infection, but it has cleared up since then.
We had incredible guests, wonderful, generous people who came here and participated in our shenanigans, Jared's shenanigans. Two of the three black halflings, Trisha Hirschberger, fantastic folks. And that story is not concluded, but rest assured, you will be seeing the conclusion of the Festival of the Sapphire Lights very soon, and we will be coming to you with that information shortly. I know, Jared, you were very, very unhappy to not be able to
unhappy is putting it mildly. My wife had to hear the brunt of it. And I love my wife. She's a good listener.
That's good.
I didn't want to make it sound like I was being mean to my wife.
No.
I was just upset that we didn't get to do the show.
Yeah. But we had an awesome show last week. Hopefully those of you who are tuning in tonight got a chance to see the really, really fun game of Fiasco that Jessica and Katie put together with some awesome guests as well. That was a lot of fun. So we still had content 2 weeks ago. Last week we had off, but now we're back in Ain. We're here with episode 88 of our story. If this is the first time you're tuning in, fear not. I will catch you up on all the information that you need to jump right into this story very shortly. I have some business first, though. First of all, evidently, back the last time we recorded in Ain, there were a number of incredibly generous donations that came in right at the end of the show. Golden potatoes and purple yams, the good and Team Force of Good, Team Force of Evil battle that is waged every week. You can donate balloons, which we love. We love seeing those applause. Or you can guarantee that your name is going to be shouted out by donating a golden potato, and a a good potato or evil yam. And evidently those came in right at the buzzer, and I neglected to read those names. So I am going to rectify that situation right now and tell you that way back on June 15th, we got golden potatoes, 2 from Your Past Decisions. Thank you, Your Past Decisions. One
It
from
really
That's-
never gets old.
No, never.
It doesn't.
One
It really
from
doesn't.
That's Wild Man, which is also great. And then 2 from Fate Monger.
Oh my
Ooh.
goodness.
That's a new one.
Monger. Yes. We also got a couple of evil yams right there at the end. One from Down to Clown 314 and one from Change Box. Thank you. So we appreciate that. As I said, there's this tug of war, this battle that happens every week between Team Force of Good and Team Force of Evil that results in one of the teams having an influence over the following episode. So last time we were in Ein, I should say, we ended the show with Team Force of Evil winning. And so you will hear the results of that in just a minute. But you can support the show any number of ways. That's one way, watching live, and then of course on Patreon. And I want to mention somebody else. You're about to see the intro to the show with the incredible art by JD Illustrates. All of the players got their character rendered by JD Illustrates at level 10 in incredible detail. So many wonderful Easter eggs on all the character art. We adore it and went gaga over it. And then as a surprise during our break, JD Illustrates messaged me and said, "Hey, Jeff, I made one for you as well," because if you notice in the intro, everybody has a cool character portrait, and then it's just me going.
DMs are players too, everybody.
So I want to
You still
show
look
you.
cool.
I want to show. I mean, hopefully we'll add it to the intro. I don't know. We'll see.
Yes, of
Okay.
course I'm
Okay.
going to add it to the intro. Come on now.
I didn't want to speak for you, Ron. I didn't want to.
No, I'm definitely going to add it to the intro. I promise you.
But I wanted to show it to everybody this week because JD Illustrates just knocked my socks off with this. So, Sean, if you can put up that image. This is. There's so much detail here. So many cool
much.
Easter eggs. Of course, the Cabal, the 3 members of the Cabal that we know of in the center of the Ashen Mage. On the left there is Fardinald Urtenfurt, on the right, of course, Jan Mo. And then my outfit has all kinds of cool Easter eggs on it. In those sashes around my torso, there are names of a bunch of the NPCs. On my belt are my kids' initials in Celestial, which is pretty cool. And then the 2 gems on my belt are their birthstones.
Dang.
He really went the extra mile to
Wow.
personalize it and make it special for me, and I'm super grateful. Thank you, JD Illustrates.
And he nailed your eye color.
Yes, a smoky eye. You know me and my smoky eye.
Yeah, that's what you're known for.
I'm good with that.
You're
So,
just gonna have to start wearing eyeshadow that's that color, Jeff. Every time you do the
You
show.
you clearly didn't tune into the Halloween episode. Jay.
Oh, but
and I'm just going to put this out there because I know a lot of people are probably already thinking about it. JD Illustrates, you're going to have to modify this for a hot bartender. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
Just
Well, if you
saying.
see on the sash, it says Lem on the sash, which is his real name.
Wow.
All right,
So cool.
We're about to jump into the show, but one last thing that I need to do. As I said, the show is supported through Patreon. We have a number of tiers. The topmost tier, the absolute uber tier that we're offering, is basically a sponsorship of the show. It's our Chrono Dragon tier. It is an incredibly generous donation. And over the break, we actually got our first Chrono Dragon contributor, which is extraordinary. And for that tier, it's what we consider to be basically sponsoring the show, and it allows us to deliver a message on behalf of the Chrono Dragon sponsorer. Our generous Chrono Dragon is References Needed, and so I reached out to References Needed and said, what is the message? What is the sponsorship that you would like us to read? I thought maybe, I don't know, is there a business that you'd like us to shout out? Is there some sort of thing that we can do on your behalf? And this is the message that I got back from References Needed.
Yay.
If I had the pleasure of putting a personalized message out there, I would want to say to all the Dungeon Run cast, crew, and fans that it's an honor to take this adventure with you all. Every step in this adventure leads to amazing stories to spark creativity, camaraderie, and a community for everyone to enjoy and be the amazing examples of today's society. From the heart of the characters to the dedication of the crew and even the support from the fans, each person plays a part in helping the Dungeon Run be not only a solace for the mind, but also a place of respite from daily hardships. As a proud supporter of the Dungeon Run, it is my honor to be a supporter of the community as well. Until next time, humankind be both.
Wow.
Thank you so much, References Needed. What an extraordinary, just amazing generosity and a wonderful sentiment as well. So it is our honor to pass that message along, and it is with gratitude that we accept it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
all right, did I get everything, guys? I think I did.
Nailed it, Jeff.
I want to say real quick, I think there was an issue quickly with our digital items, but that has been reconnected and should be up and working now. So for those watching live, that seems to be fixed at the moment. I was getting an urgent text, and I just want to say that we are fixed and up.
We are
I
fixed.
missed you guys.
And on that note,
back from vacation.
light the torch. It started as a simple dungeon run. 5 strangers from different lands, each answering the call for adventure. Siv the Tabaxi from Olsvach in the north, escaping a crime-ridden past. Fahima, the mysterious daughter of the Wish, from the sleepy town of Axbright, searching for her missing father. James, the orphaned student of Nightstone Abbey in Turles, seeking knowledge in dark places. Lily, the beach gnome, striving to bring happiness and light from her island resort home of Bingle to the rest of Ayn. And Uggo the orc, who fled his hometown of Thorn, presumed dead after a mortal battle with his brother Brakka and his father, the Warchief. All of them converged in the town of Kippleturn to search for treasure in the abandoned lair of a dragon. The item they found inside was a mystery to them, so they sought help from a sacred order of wizards called the Natural Order. One of those wizards, Torvalt the Timid, helped them identify their treasure, an ancient relic called the Secret Keeper's Amulet. 300 years ago, at the conclusion of the War of Ideas, a group of the world's greatest champions gave up everything to protect the realms. Their identities were wiped clean, and they were transformed into the Wardens, 100-foot-tall elemental titans who kept the peace for centuries. But a tiny part of their memories remained, hidden deep in their subconscious. The Secret Keeper's Amulet was the key to unlocking those memories and revealing a past lost to history. As the amulet bearers, the 5 heroes of Bingle were the only ones who could uncover the threat that the Wardens were created to thwart. But recently, the Wardens had gone missing. In looking for them, Torvalt the Timid asked the heroes to investigate a tower that had fallen out of the sky. It was a lodestar, a floating sanctuary for flying creatures of all kinds, which had come crashing to the ground. Inside, they found its wounded caretaker, a sky child named Dipthe, who pointed them to a second lodestar still in the clouds. This structure had been overtaken by a mad scientist named Fardinald Urtenfurt, a member of a cabal that was capturing the Wardens and siphoning their power. The heroes freed the Warden held inside the lodestar and began to learn about the connection between Urtenfurt and the orcs of Ukdun. The Tinkerer had been providing the orcs with technology to wage their war against the dwarves. In exchange, they seemed to be supplying him with resources for his diabolical devices. But the orcs of Ukdun had long been divided from the other great orcish city, Uggo's hometown of Thorn. Their war with the dwarves over the resources of the Nelrim mountain range was weakened by constant skirmishes with their brethren to the east. With Brakka as warchief, the orcs of Thorn were angry and brash and unwilling to cooperate. But the knowledge that Uggo was alive put Brakka's claim to leadership in question. The orcs of Ukdun offered Brakka a chance to defeat Uggo once and for all in front of the entire tribe and secure his hold on power. They captured Torvalt and Dipthe and presented them as bait to lure Uggo back to Thorn to face his brother. The deal unified the orcs under one banner and allowed them to escalate their war against the dwarves. Meanwhile, the heroes of Bingle freed 2 more wardens and gained more information about Urtenfurt's cabal. The group was led by a woman named Calcutta Theed, the Ashen Mage, who aimed to rediscover the lost knowledge from Ain's Ariat Age and bring an entire species out of isolation, a species called the Drow. In Civ's hometown of Olsvach, the heroes attempted to weaken the Ashen Mage by stealing an item from her cohort, a crime lord known as the Cheesemonger. But the plan went awry, and the team lost its transportation and one of its Achirai birds and failed to secure the item. They fled the city through a portal and headed north to rescue Torvalt and Dipthe. On the way, Uggo reunited with the woman he called Human Mama, a researcher of Ain committed to the scientific study of Thorn. She warned Uggo and the team against confronting Brakka, but when Uggo learned that Brakka had cut down the sacred tree under which his real mother had been buried, he decided to march the team into the city and face his brother head on. The closer the heroes got to the gates of Thorn, the more they were afflicted with an overwhelming sense of rage, stirring anger that even affected the wildlife in the area. This was made even more apparent when they came into contact with Hamlet, a Pegasus that had been with Torvalt and Dipthe when they were captured. Frothing with rage, the creature lashed out at them until Lily was able to calm it. But Lily had her own bout with anger in Thorn. As the team descended into the subterranean chamber the orcs called the Underfury, Lily was overtaken by emotion, boiling with uncontrollable rage. Even Civ's poetry couldn't calm her, and she nearly started a fight with the entire assembled guard. Luckily, Brakka had something to prove and wanted to face Uggo in single combat. The 2 brothers faced off ankle-deep in murky water, Uggo's brute strength and paladin light against Brakka's cunning and warlock darkness. With the last bits of his strength, Uggo knocked Brakka unconscious and locked him in Torvalt's cage, convincing the rest of the orcs that he was the rightful leader of Thorn. As we ended last week, that palpable sense of rage lingered throughout the Underfury. It seemed to resonate from farther inside. The heroes of Bingle made sure Torvalt was safe, steeled themselves, and turned down the tunnel that led only one direction: deeper. That is where we will pick up this week.
Wow, I missed your intros, Jeff.
Thank you. So, as I said, as we ended our last episode, lo those many weeks ago, as you all turned and started progressing down this corridor, this cave under the earth, under the ground, you felt this wave hit you, almost like a wave of heat. But it was emotion, raw emotion, this burning sense of rage as you move down this strange tunnel that has this wet on all the walls, almost this viscous wetness, tacky to the touch. And you move through this corridor until it opens up into a much larger area, this cavern. What would you like to do?
About how far have we gone down?
It feels quite a ways. It's hard to tell. It's a little disorienting underground like this, so it's hard to know exactly how deep you've gone. But it seems to be, it seems to have you've lost a lot of altitude, so to speak, going deeper here, and the pathway is, it took a minute to walk down it.
Do we hear anything?
You hear, well, actually, roll me a perception check. You have advantage from kitty scritches.
Thank you,
I'll
kitty
get in on
scritches.
that if I can.
Yeah, I will as well if I can.
Nat 20.
Oh!
I don't need to.
Never mind.
Also, by the way, we got a couple of balloons from a jar full of bees, thank you. And we also already have a gold potato from That's Wild Man. Thank you, That's Wild Man. And a evil yam that seems to be aimed directly at me from a person calling themselves Denver Sucks.
Yes.
Shots fired.
Yes. Fired.
Denver's not that bad. I've been there. It's not that bad.
Denver's a lovely place.
It's a lovely
Our apologies.
place.
Did you announce it on Twitter?
Yeah,
Is this
People
I think-
know.
I think
People
people
know.
figured it out.
This has
Yeah.
been announced?
Not
Yeah.
really officially.
we're working on ideas.
So we're adding the unadded potatoes and yams that we didn't get to on the 15th into the mix because that's only fair. So the force war right now is Team Force of Good 67%, Team Force of Evil 33%.
Wait, did
Oh,
you
I
tell
forgot
us
to mention
what
the.
we get?
I forgot to mention the card. Oh my gosh.
It's
That's
okay.
what-
Why
I
did
say-
you say anything?
Yeah,
When I
it's
say,
not
guys,
cool.
did I
Totally
get
Gotta do
everything?
it. Gotta
You gotta
do
say,
it.
you gotta remind me, I did not get everything. Okay,
Yeah,
so the
it's a
card
Force
that
of
is in
Evil.
effect, the Team Force of Evil card that is in effect. This is a fun one. This was submitted
Fun
by
for who?
our very own unofficial official Discord moderator, Dyson Capes.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
It says, it's called The Pickpocket, and it says 3 times in this session, the DM can steal a roll and put it in his pocket to hold for his own use. The player it was stolen from must roll again at straight disadvantage. No purchased Force of Good or Force of Evil can affect it.
Oh man, I feel like that's
Wow.
gonna target Ron and I because we both roll notoriously high and low.
I'm gonna get it.
I mean, you could have
get
taken
it.
Jared's
but-
20, but you
I wasn't gonna mention the fact that Jared just rolled a 20.
Well, I'm not gonna steal his perception roll. I'm gonna use it for much more nefarious purposes.
Oh, I see.
So let me get this
Oh,
straight.
you
We
can express it
roll.
two
You say
ways.
you don't get that roll,
Yeah.
and then we have to roll again, but with disadvantage.
That's right. I
Hey,
get to do it 3 times.
Dyson
Ah,
Capes.
all right.
Why you gotta do us like that,
Saving
Dyson
throw
Capes?
spells.
I
Hot
like
down
it.
here.
I like it.
You
All right.
would. You and Denver like it.
I totally Denver like that.
I blame Ron for rolling so well last game.
All right, so Civ, what you see as you move, your senses are keen and sharpened, and you open it. This corridor opens up into this larger chamber. All of you, by the way, all of you except Uggo have this overwhelming, almost pressure on you. This feeling of just irritation and just stirring sense of anger, and your blood is boiling. It just feels, it's just hard to resist being ticked off. It is just moving down here just feels crazy making almost. It's really angry down here. And what you see, Civ, with your natural 20, as you walk out into this corridor, into this cavern, is a bunch of water out in front of you. This large chamber, and water almost lapping up against rock as it leads you down this kind of slope that ends in standing water. In fact, the entire room is filled with it. There are a few rocks that jut out of the water a little farther down. And because you rolled a natural 20, I will also tell you that you immediately recognize, even at this distance, the water seems to be absolutely filled with bodies. Toes peek up over the surface of the water. Noses and foreheads orcish bodies almost completely. It is wall to wall. They're bobbing in the water. It is just a surface covered in bodies.
Are they rotted?
They do, natural 20, they don't look rotted. They do look dead.
Right.
They do look almost drowned looking.
Bloated.
Bloated, yes. Still recognizable as orcs, but it's just a surface covered in these
Wow.
wall-to-wall corpses.
And I'm
Orc
sorry,
soup.
how high? Oh God, how high did you say the water level is?
You have to walk down to it, so it's almost like a lake or a reservoir down here under the ground. So you'd have to walk down to it. I don't know, about 20 feet, maybe 30 feet to get to it.
But like, how deep is the water level that they are floating on? I guess?
That I think you would be unable to tell from here how
So
deep it is, but you certainly
looks
don't see
pretty
the bottom.
deep. Oh my gosh.
It does seem like it would be. It looks like you walked up to a lake. So you walked up to a lake, you wouldn't necessarily know how deep the lake was just looking at it, but it looks like a big enough body of water that it would probably be pretty deep.
Is there a light source down here?
There is sort of a strange iridescence to this. It's almost a mist that seems to hover over everything that gives it a kind of a strange glow. But it doesn't seem to be coming from one place in particular. Almost the surface of the water itself almost seems to radiate a soft glow. It's certainly not enough to give the whole room, the whole cavern illumination, but it adds to the eeriness of what you're seeing as these feet and arms and fingers sort of bob all next to one another in the water.
Does Meep's Shroud of Protection offer any protection for Fahima here? Or does Meep seem affected by this?
Meep certainly doesn't like it down here, and Meep is also sort of agitated and fluttering on your shoulder. What is Shroud of Protection specifically? Can you read it to me?
Yeah, it protects against
Magical effects? Let me just also mention we got a couple of potatoes that just came in. Kitty Scritches with with a potato, and then Wendy the Wicked.
Ooh.
It says R.I.P. Mog Royth.
Okay.
R.I.P.
That is?
R.I.P.
You know what that is?
Mogroith.
No,
I'm
no
assuming
idea.
I'm missing a reference.
R.I.P. Mogroith.
Maybe that's an inside
For sure.
note, but it also has a little heart. So happy to pass that along. I was hoping I wasn't missing something that I should know. But we also got an evil yam from the Cosmic Lord. Thank you for that. Thank you, the Cosmic Lord. That puts our tug of war update. Team Force of Good 67%, Team Force of Evil 33%. All right.
The Protective Shroud gives me advantage against on saving throws against all spells and magical effects.
Okay. So you don't have that wouldn't come into effect at this moment, but I will keep that in mind.
I'll go. Have you ever been down here before?
I cannot remember.
So
I want to.
You don't know if it's always been like this, or is this Brakka's
Always been dark and place you do not want to go.
Your father, would he go down here?
Yes. Would disappear for days. Come back angrier than before. Different ideas.
I'm sorry.
I did not know it was this bad.
Who are all these dead orcs?
Who are these people?
Were they sacrificed or something?
Only assume. Braca look somewhat like them.
Could I mage hand and try to pull one of the nearest ones closer to us?
I will get it. And Ugo will
careful,
go down
please.
and wade into the water. He pauses before he gets to it.
Ugo, as you get to the edge of the water, you look down and you see these appendages on the surface, these bodies. And in your mind, no one else hears this, but in your mind, Uggo, you hear, and immediately you feel this feeling stirring inside you, and almost against your will, the 3 apparitions of your ancestors appear before you in your mind's eye. Again, none of the other players see this. You see you're hovering out over the surface of the water, and they hold their hands up, trying to stop you from moving forward, all 3 of them. Closer. Warchief.
We ancestors tell me no go. We cannot go. Your whispers.
You see the female ancestor in the center reach out both hands like this and look terrified, and she goes, "We tried to protect you," and they disappear. All 3 of them disappear.
I'll go. Get out of the water. I'll
Step
go.
back.
And just in that moment, Uggo, as you stand at the edge of the water, it lapping mere inches from your boots, I need you to roll me a strength saving throw, please.
Okay.
You have
Advantage to see.
advantage from... No, you have straight roll. Excuse me. Straight roll.
Great roll. 18.
The water seems to come up, out, almost unnaturally. It seems to press forward and grab your legs and pull at you. And it's everything you can do to stand your ground and hold there as the water seems to pull at you.
No!
Everybody roll me advantage or
Initiative.
Initiative, please.
What?
Oh my god.
I was gonna say I was gonna put an arrow into the water, but
Yeah.
I guess we'll go to
Roll
initiative.
initiative.
Just
And
want to say Hercules.
Sean, we can go in 1 second. We can go to the map room.
Oh
my
boy.
I don't even
Already?
have it pulled up.
Now we can.
Wow.
Ah,
Getting into it.
I would like to shoot the darkness.
I've tried that.
so-
I've tried that. It doesn't work.
Civ, you have advantage from the Carson. Fahima,
Thank
you
you,
have
Carson.
advantage from Mega Myelinated, countered by which space?
thank you.
James, you have advantage from Fallstar. I'll go straight roll.
Fallstar.
Lily, you have advantage from Lily Dumblestuck Fan.
Thank you. Thank you, Lily Dumblestuck fan.
26.
7.
26. Sorry, wait.
Okay.
26 and Fima, what was that?
7.
7?
Oh,
James,
11.
Lily,
22.
I'll go.
25.
Wow. I feel like this is a pretty predictable order. As I'm looking at it.
Yeah, you want your fighters to go first. That's usually why they have. That's why in 3-5, right? Like taking improved initiative was like the have to do as a fighter.
But I could buff you potentially. If that's how we played.
Yeah. Yep.
If that's
All
how
right.
you want to play.
So, Sean, if we can go to the map room, there we go. So,
Whoa.
this is what you see. You have come out of this corridor to the upper right of the map here.
Whoa.
And I'll go, you are down here. And the water seems to have pulled at Uggo. And Uggo, as you see that water pull at you, you can actually follow the ripple of water between, like moving between all of these strange corpses that seem to be hovering on the surface. And you see there is something much, much larger farther out, moving, rippling the water.
Oh no.
Do we all see that, or is that just Uggo?
Well, I think Uggo at this distance is the only one that sees it right now, but Civ, you are certainly aware that the water seems to have moved in a very unnatural way and attempted to pull Uggo into it.
Was there like a tentacle or anything that came out of the water,
Nope.
or is it the water itself?
The water itself.
Yikes.
All right. Well, this is what I'm gonna do then. I was going to take out my bow, knock an arrow, and literally shoot the water, but now that I kind of see that there might be some sort of figure out deeper in the water that might be affecting this,
Yeah.
I will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there. And then I will hold my action to shoot said target once it reveals itself.
Okay.
And I'll use my bonus action to hide in those shadows right there as well.
All right. So you need to roll a stealth check, right?
Yeah.
So you have, straight roll.
Straight roll. That would be a 27.
27. All right. So all of you, as you watch Civ immediately become alerted to some danger, and all of you have seen Uggo sort of affected by this water that seems to have moved of its own accord, and you watch Civ slide to the side over there, reach for his arrow, and then all of you kind of lose sight of him as he blends into his environment stealthily. Uggo, your turn, and then Lily.
There's something in the water. Uggo will closes his eyes and says, Thunder Queen, you are with me. To see the light, one must know what is dark. And I'll activate Divine Sense.
Okay.
60 feet from me, I'm looking for detect good and evil. It will tell me the location of celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you. That is not behind total cover.
You do not see anything that is a celestial, a fiend, or an undead.
I don't have to see it. I can sense it. It's
Right.
just if it has total cover, then I can't see it for sure.
Right. You don't sense anything that is
Okay.
in those three categories.
Celestial fiend or undead. Okay.
Right.
Oh, no one dead.
They are not undead.
All right.
That's my action, and then I'll try to move.
Wait. Hang on a second. You do sense some fiends. A number of them farther out in the water.
Boy,
So we have multiple types of creatures in here.
maybe.
Well, I know the specific location.
Hang on a second. Just double check this. Is it a fiend? I think it's a fiend. It is a fiend. Yes. Okay, it's a fiend. All right. So, and how many feet from you?
60 feet from me.
Oh, geez. Okay. There are 3 fiends within 60 feet of you, and they are out in the water, not very far. In fact, there are 3 fiends within 20 feet of where you're standing. There are 2, one to your right, one to your left, and one farther out, sort of directly ahead of you.
Has this place been desecrated? For the spell, for the hollow spell.
Read me what the definition of that is.
Essentially, an area that's made for summoning rituals of great evil.
Yes, it has been desecrated.
Okay.
Uggo's eyes get real big and says, "We are in trouble.
Oh god.
This place is desecrated. Demons!" And I will try to move 30 feet away from the water. back towards Fahima.
Yeah.
You can move your character.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And that is my. And then as a bonus action, I will rage.
All right.
And I'm out of actions.
You're still, by the way, Ugo, you're not 100%. I mean, we healed you up a decent amount. But...
Yeah, you healed me up a decent amount, but no, I am down. Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
and I
got it.
My spells are gone.
Pretty bruised. Okay, got it.
So Lily, you're up.
Okay, Lily's still feeling the effects of this rage, and it can't shake it, which I think is just giving her like a weird amount of confidence in battle. Like, I'll go. I will protect you, and I will walk right to. I can move myself on here. Right. Oh nope, that's the whole map. I will walk to right in front of Ugo to protect Ugo, and then I will hold my big B's hand with interposing hand. If something jumps out of the, I'm holding my action. Yeah. So if something drops out of the water, then this will interpose itself between me and the creature I choose, which is Ugo.
All right.
Nice.
So that's if they pop out. And with
all right.
Everything is still submerged at this moment?
That's correct.
Okay.
How high is the roof in here, Jeff?
I'd probably say about 30 feet. It's a big cavern.
Right, whose turn is it now?
Oh, sorry.
Yours.
It is James's
or
turn.
theirs.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Seeing
It's actually a lair actions turn, but we already used that with the water coming out, so that I won't. let James
lair
go.
actions. Never good news for us.
Okay.
Historically speaking, lair actions have always been bad.
Desecrated and layer actions.
Not great. Okay, 2, 3. Yeah, I see what Lily is doing, and I see the fear in Ugo's eyes. And I'm also a little worried that Ugo just went through a bad fight. So I am going to take a couple steps forward and stand next to Lily in front of Ugo. And gosh, I think I'm going to use my action to activate the Pearl of Power and give myself back a third spell slot. Third level spell slot, yeah.
You didn't already do that? I thought you did that in the last...
I cast telekinesis, and that was my only thing. I don't think I would have done it before this today.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
All right. So, the next thing you see is you see this creature move out of the water.
And I shoot it.
It is, yeah, you will shoot it. It is, I want to describe it to you first. It looks orc-ish, but it is something quite different. It has demon features. Having now fought so many of them over the course of moving across Ain since the Shattering, you recognize immediately that there are things, features, qualities of this orc. You had noticed that the orcs of Thorn, some of them dressed in the skins of demons, almost trying to disguise themselves as demons, as they had sent these hunting parties out to kill demons and take their skins. You'd seen skins on the great gates of Thorn hanging there as trophies, and you'd seen a number of the guards, Brakka's personal guard, wearing them. Even the orcs, as you walked down the center of Thorn headed toward the Underfury, you saw orcs masquerading in these costumes of demons. This is not that. This looks to be a true orc demon hybrid. Some sort of orc that has strange appendages, spikes coming off of its back, eyes beady and red, huge fangs, not just tusks, but fangs that come out over the front. It looks horrifying, and it stalks, just marches out of the water. Immediately, anybody who held an action, you're welcome to let it go now. Civ, you can go first.
Sure.
You have advantage from Fallstar.
Thank you, Fallstar.
You're hidden anyway, but yeah.
Oh, that's true. I would have it anyways. You're absolutely right.
That's correct.
Do 24.
Is a hit.
Yeah, 24. Okay. And since I was hiding, I get my sneak attack. Ooh, that's a nice roll. Be 21, 22 plus 6, so 28 points of damage.
Holy moly.
Whoa.
So as soon as this thing comes up dripping with water, it almost like you see it almost sit up out of the water and come walking out toward you. Immediately, Civ plucks an arrow out of his back, shoots it. It flies true right into the.
It's actually
neck.
psychic damage, by the way, because
Psychic
it's
That's right.
murmur,
Whisper. Yeah. Or that's right.
the murmur bow.
Wow.
And as it strikes its target, this creature screeches with this horrible screech that resonates, bounces off these cavern walls, off the water itself. It is a terrible, terrible sound. And does that complete your turn, Civ?
I was holding my action, so yeah, that's just my attack. Yeah.
Lily, you had a held action as well, right?
I do, but I can't actually. Well, I can cast it, but it won't do anything until it is within 5 feet of me, which I'm not sure it will get to.
Okay, well, we'll find out because it is marching
so a
out of
hand
the
basically
water.
comes out and interposes itself between me and me. It'll be right in front of me and Uggo. I'm protecting Uggo.
Yes.
Okay.
Alyssa,
Is my-
this is Big B's hand?
Yeah.
Cool. I've never seen anybody cast the spell before.
It's gonna walk
That's-
up.
I never
It's
cast
in-
it before.
It's a cool spell.
As
So
I'm
you're-
casting it, I'll say, James, I was trying to get a friend for Digit, but it got a little too big.
It would be more adorable under less disturbing circumstances.
Yeah.
This is Digit on crack. That's what that is.
So this is between
Human growth hormone.
between yourself and the monster, or between Uggo and the monster?
I'm trying to protect Uggo, so I'm going to kind of cast it. I guess it'll be right in front of me because I'm in front of Uggo. So yeah,
Right.
I'm protecting Uggo and protecting myself with this thing.
So your Big B hand has a strength of 26, and a monster can't go past your hand with the imposing hand feature unless it has a strength score that is higher than that. So I will tell you right now, it don't. It will not.
Thank goodness.
It only
Oh my
takes
God.
up. It only takes up like a 1 square, right? So I mean, it can run around it or do.
Yeah, but
something else.
it's gonna attack James anyway.
Right.
So it is going to do multi-attack. It has actually a husk weapon, which is this. It's not even it's a weapon that seems to be sort of made out of the carcass of something else. It is horrible and slimy. It has been sitting in water, but it is no less dangerous. It can do a husk weapon attack and a bite attack. And
The husk weapon, it will roll at disadvantage for entropic ward.
all right. Well, I do have advantage on both. I have change box and references needed. Each gave me advantage. So the first one will be a straight roll.
Yikes.
Oh, a natural 1. I should have stolen somebody's thing before now. I could have used it. What a steal thing. Okay, so it misses with the husk weapon and the bite.
Another natural 1.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Well, but you had advantage, didn't you?
Oh, I have advantage. Yes, I have advantage. Thank you. References needed. All right, that's better. I rolled 2 natural 1s to start the game, guys. I haven't played in 3 weeks, and I rolled 2 natural 1s. Not cool. That is a 15 to hit.
That just hits.
Okay.
Ugh.
And so we get
I gotta learn to use my shield.
Yeah, you do.
your dice.
I got a
Very
hand
good.
shield.
That is 7 points of piercing damage.
On the bite, okay.
Yeah.
Does
Some
James
appears-
now turn into a demon creature?
No.
Only on a full moon.
Jeff, I just realized, am I able to use any of my ancestral features as a barbarian right now?
No, because your ancestors are not there.
Yep.
Sorry, I should have.
That's awesome.
Whoa.
There goes
Sorry.
7 of my levels.
Sorry, dude.
No, I mean, I get it.
All right, and a second one
7.
walks out.
Whoa.
Oh man.
So you're just like a.
I'm a 3rd level paladin right now.
Yeah. With
But
a
you
bunch
still
of-
got
with
all
a-
your-
with a
I
bunch
get
of
the
hit points.
benefits. I get the roll
yeah.
benefits. Yeah.
This one's going to come up to Lily, and it is going to use one of its actions to attempt to grapple her.
Yeah, I'm 3 levels of
No!
paladin and 7 levels of warrior.
Because the Big B's hand is not in front of you, right? It is in front of. It is between you and Uggo. Is that
No,
correct?
it's in front of me.
It is in front
It's
of
in
you.
front of me because I'm in front of Uggo, so that's why it was like I'm putting it in front of.
All
Uggo.
right.
Yeah.
So it occupies the square that is diagonal from this square here.
Yeah, that's where I have it.
You can walk around it, right?
So yeah.
But it doesn't.
It has an
I don't
movement.
think it knows to do that. I feel like it's going to. Can it kill your hand? Your hand has hit points
The
20.
hand?
Hit points equal to your hit point maximum. Huh.
Wow. So yes, it could.
I think
it
it's
could
gonna,
try
just gonna
kill.
claw at the thing. It's gonna walk and try to get past it. It's not smart enough to know not to do that, so it's gonna just claw at it a couple of times. I have advantage from references needed and shiny 8-bit boo on the 2 attacks. That one is a 16, and this one is a 22.
The 16 doesn't hit, but the 22 does. It's got an AC of 20.
Oh, it does have an AC of 20. Wow, wait. All right.
Hard to kill that hand.
Yeah, no kidding. This is. So that is 9 points of piercing damage on the hand. If you can keep track of that, Katie, I would be grateful.
Just to clarify for people out there,
How much
Right
sorry did
now.
you say?
we're taking more damage too. Because I can't reduce any of it. I can't
Right.
prevent damage from
Right.
happening from you. Yep.
Yeah.
Jeff, how much did you say?
9 points of piercing damage.
No, Big B.
All right.
Who's Big B? Who's this Big B?
Bigsby. I'm gonna call him Bigsby because that's how I read the spell initially.
Here's the thing. The next thing that happens. So that's those
what?
2 creatures, those 2 hybrid, those Tanaruk.
That's
those
enough.
Hybrid
That's
orcs
We heard about
have
those.
moved,
Yes.
and now it is the next creature's turn.
Oh, great.
What you see is that ripple start to move and displace the bodies on the surface, and you see it sort of rise and fall a bit as it moves through the water, something just underneath the water. And then the water parts and it crests up, and you see a massive creature moving.
Oh my god.
No.
Is that an Aboleth?
No.
It is an Aboleth. Yes, it is.
Oh.
And I have bad
What?
news for you.
Whoa.
No.
Bad news for you, Civ.
Yeah.
One of the Aboleth's legendary actions is to be able to
God.
do a detect. So it makes a perception check against your stealth.
Sure.
And it actually, which I did after your turn.
Sure.
And it saw you. So it is going over here. It is going to attempt to enslave you.
Yeah, well,
Oh
That's
my
what they
God,
do.
What does that mean?
So I need you to roll me a wisdom saving
So
throw.
which is my absolute worst saving throw.
And you are straight
No.
roll. Straight roll.
Awesome.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
What?
bye, guys.
Okay.
Nice knowing you.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna do can I cutting
Yeah.
words it?
It won't matter.
Won't.
It's a civ roll. My wisdom is not good. I got a 3.
No, I meant if it does if
Oh.
it does damage on you, I can do cutting words, but
Oh no, it's going to
Alright.
take control of me.
Yeah. So it has now
I'm stress eating it
charmed
over
you.
here.
You are under the Aboleth's control and can't take reactions. And it
Okay.
can communicate telepathically with you over any distance.
Yep.
I don't want to make you not play anymore. That was not my goal. Aboleth.
I mean, it's like dealing with mind flayers. It's the same thing.
This fight is starting great. Okay.
All right. So you are under its sway. Now we are up to Fahima's turn.
Oh my god. Okay.
Do they know this? Do they know that I'm enslaved, or?
I think I mean, you are hidden from them, right? Murmur means you don't come out of stealth.
I mean, technically, because I shot, I would have come out of stealth. Because
doesn't Murmur give you the opportunity because it was psychic damage to not?
It costs a bonus action, which I used my bonus action to hide. So I was breaking stealth to shoot.
All right.
Yes. What are you doing, Jessica?
I would say
it's cool. It's cool.
Say,
I mean, I definitely am in the shadows.
Yeah, they will notice in your next turn.
Okay.
I gotta say, watching Morgan's face is one of my favorite parts about playing in this game.
So, just so you guys know, you all didn't see this. It's a huge creature that crested the water. It's kind of got, tentacles that come off of it. It's got this huge mouth full of teeth and fangs, and all of you feel this, like I said, this palpable sense of anger and rage just radiating out of the water, coming at you. Your turn, Fahima.
I want to try something crazy.
Yeah, it looks like you're already doing that, walking into the water. Love it.
I'm gonna turn into water.
You're gonna turn into water. Okay. All right.
Yep, so I'm going to use my 30 feet of movement to walk to the edge of the water, and then I'm going to use water shape to turn into water form to turn into water.
All right. And you do. The rest of you see Fahima walk toward the water, and as she does, her whole body turns translucent, and she
What are you
becomes
doing?
this liquid form.
Wait, let me clarify. The Aboleth is in the water, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Yeah. That's my turn.
Okay. We are up back to the top of the round, which is Civ.
You know what? I always love beaches, but the 2 times I've gone with you guys has not been great.
This is technically a beach.
There's a shore.
Jared, I'll encourage you to chime in and find ways to contribute to the game. I don't mean to just take over your. I did not.
No, I mean,
so fast.
yeah.
Civ walks over to James and attempts to grapple him.
What? Okay. Strength check?
Yeah, so you can roll those, Civ.
Okay.
Do I get advantage?
You do. You have so you have advantage from Z-Man 9018 that is countered by y'all should be angry.
Remind me.
Oh, dude, Civ, you have a disadvantage from y'all should be angry.
All right.
All of a sudden, disadvantage is an advantage for the team.
Oh yeah, look at
Wow.
that. Whoa.
We win again.
Remind me. I'm sorry. To break a grapple, can I do either Dex or Strength?
You
I
can.
don't
You
get
have a
grappled very
choice. He
often.
has to do strength, but you can do Dex or strength. Yes.
Okay.
Athletics or acrobatics. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I do
Okay.
athletics for my grapple, right?
Yes. Yes.
Ooh, that's
You
not good.
you do the strength version, the athletics. Yes.
Okay. I got an
You don't get
18.
Okay.
Might be a cool feat.
I also got an 18.
That'd be a cool feat. Allow you to
That
use
roll off.
dexterity to grapple.
That roll off. Actually, I will steal your 18, Morgan, and make you roll with disadvantage. So now I have an 18 in my pocket.
Oh
Get
no,
a 20,
I
get a
got
20,
I rolled
get
a
a 20.
10 plus 8 is 18.
So that's okay. But I'm gonna.
You take
Well,
it with
what is
the.
your- what is
so
your die
you
say?
get the
10.
16 then.
16.
He's
Yeah.
taking
He's
Morgan's
taking
18.
mine.
Oh,
I'm
that's
taking
right.
Morgan's.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you're-
That's right. My bad. My bad.
So
My
I
bad.
have to roll it at disadvantage now.
Yeah. So I have a 16 to use.
Correct. Oh,
Guys, I don't know.
12.
All right.
So I am
So
not grappled.
Civ, you grapple him, and you, James. What you see.
This is the second time I've gone after James.
What
Remember
you see,
on the ghost ship?
James, as
Oh,
you
yeah.
are looking at this monster that just bit you, it came out of the water and bit you, and you're dealing with that, and you're trying to figure out. You got your team behind you. You're trying to figure out what comes next. All of a sudden, from your right, Civ walks over and just puts his arms around you, and you try to resist for a second, not knowing what's going on, but he puts his arms around you, and then he walks you into the water. Both of you walk into the water.
Yikes.
Oh no, Morgan froze because
So
scary.
There's a special effect
He has to make one more check, Jeff. He has to make one more check.
Not if he just moves him. He doesn't.
Grapple? Really? If he just move? I thought move wasn't the second grapple.
If he shoves him, he has to do
it's
check.
shove.
It's
That's
just
right,
moving.
that's
He moves.
Right. If you're trying to shut, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So they both just walk into the water.
Oh no.
And you watch, all of you watch as Civ grabs James, picks him up, and just walks them both into the water. Ankle deep, knee deep, waist deep, chest deep, neck deep, in deeper and deeper, right toward where that huge Aboleth is standing or is floating.
The image that you were stuck on was hilarious and so fitting.
Hotel Wi-Fi.
Hotel Wi-Fi. It's gonna be a thing.
It's gonna be a thing.
It's because he's going underwater right now. That's what's happening. His mouth's filling up with water.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
So that's Civ's turn.
What does water do?
I'll go your turn.
What'd it do?
Ugo says, "We should run. We need to leave. No. What are you doing, Civ?" And he'll Ugo is going to charge straight through both of the
demons.
Can't think, man. Yeah, he's gonna attempt to try to dive over them. He's gonna try to prevent them from hitting him as best he can. I don't know how he's going to do that. He's gonna try to dive. He's literally gonna run for Civ and James and try to get them out of the water because this can't no. So I guess I could run around them and completely avoid them. I just realized I could probably do that. Yeah. So he's gonna. Yeah, that's what. No, because Lily's there alone now too.
No.
And you're gonna have to handle it yourself. And Ugo steps forward towards here. Where's your hand?
It's right
in front of her.
Right in front of her.
Diagonally between her and the It's right there.
Okay. Are these the same creature? Do they look the same?
Yeah.
Similar. I mean, obviously not the same creature, but very similar. Then can Ugo move there? Ugo can move there?
Ugo can move there.
So Ugo will move there. Yeah. Yep. Okay. I'm going to attack the one on the left twice.
The one on our left or your left? The one that Civ hurt?
Yes, the one that Civ hurt. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Straight rolls?
Let's find out. You have... No.
It's extremely stressful.
You have advantage from the dungeon rum. Countered by y'all should be angry. On the first, and advantage from False Star, countered by Grim Faded on the second.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to save my friends, guys, and this is what you do to me.
What?
Okay. The first one is 23.
To hit?
Yep.
Hits, yeah.
And the second one is 21.
Yep.
Separate, so you know separately. First one is 16 magical bludgeoning.
All right.
The second one is 17 magical bludgeoning. And as a bonus action, I will move here. try to give
So
some cover.
that one is very, very badly injured. You run right in front of where Lily is, and you smack it twice with your maul. Whapa, whapa, and you see as this thing slobbering and wild-eyed, this demon-faced orc, something that seems hideous and abhorrent to you, Uggo, this strange hybrid creature. You knock its teeth. It looks very badly injured. But it is not quite dead.
I didn't have to bonus action for that. I didn't have to bonus action for movement because I still have movement. So, but that's it. I don't have anything.
All right. It does not get an attack of opportunity because you have not left its
right
reach. That brings us to Lily.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong for those people who know Bigsby's hand better, but I believe I can change the effect as a bonus action each time. So there's the options of the different like forceful hand
As a bonus action on your subsequent turns, you can move the hand up to 60 feet and then cause one of the following effects with it.
Yeah, okay. That's why I'm reading it. I just want to make sure we're on the same page because people like to correct me. Okay. Okay. So I am going to, Lily's gonna see Uggo's handling this thing and go, okay. And then are James and Civ's head still popping out of the water a little bit?
Just a little bit, yes.
Okay.
Wait, how deep in the water am I?
You're in there. Yeah, you're far in. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take as a bonus action. I'm gonna move back. Actually, I'm gonna move back away from this dude. I'm hoping it won't cause a attack because that thing is between us. Tell me if I'm wrong.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I want to move Lily back a little bit.
Yeah, you can do that.
Out of range.
Oh, you will take an attack of opportunity from the thing.
Will I though? Because the hands
sorry,
right
your hand
there.
is in between it. Yes.
Yeah.
No, you
so
can
that's
do
why
that.
I'm hoping I can go like here.
Yeah.
They're just right here. Okay. So I'm gonna go back a little bit farther, and then I am going to move as a bonus action. I'm going to move my hand, over to where James and Civ are, and I'm gonna do grasping hand and attempt to grapple a huge or small creature. Can I grapple them both? Since I can do a huge.
I think you have to choose one or the other.
Okay, so I'm going to attempt to get Civ, seeing that he's not
Okay.
acting.
He would get
in
a
his own
tax
mind.
opportunity against the hand.
He will. Well, not an attack of opportunity, but he can.
Oh,
he can have a.
Tanaruk would get an attack of opportunity against the hand. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. It'll get one attack of opportunity against you. I have advantage.
It has hit points equal to your hit points.
Yeah.
Exactly. I have advantage from shiny, but boo! Natural one again. Gee whiz! But that's okay. I had advantage. The other one is 19.
Okay.
does
Well.
not hit.
But it has that. But it doesn't hit, right? Bigby's
Yeah.
hand is
AC 20.
a tank.
Yeah.
Man. Okay. So it slashes as it goes by, but it misses. And the hand goes over. Now, Civ, you can roll your
Saving throw, right?
saving throw. You would probably take the dexterity version. I would say.
Yeah. Versus the hand strength.
Yes.
And it's grappling target. Yeah, because it's just a grapple check. Yeah.
Yes. So you have disadvantage from Grim Fated, and
Cool.
Lily, you have advantage from Fallstar, countered by Y'all Should Be Angry.
And I already get advantage because Civ is medium or smaller.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so you do have advantage. So advantage versus his disadvantage. This should turn out pretty well for you.
Oh, 20.
This enslave is a little
Is
better.
it a nat 20?
Yeah.
Nat
Okay.
20?
What is
I'll
it
take-
with
I'll
your
take that.
bonuses?
No, Jeff.
I'll take that.
I usually like you so much.
It might not have been successful anyways.
So now you have to roll with disadvantage.
Dang it. That's a 19. That's not bad. That's an 8.
Yeah, I got a 25, so don't add it up.
But it gets. Oh, you got a 25. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I think it has like a +8 though. Doesn't Big Me's hand like a +8?
Yeah,
No,
because it's a
+8
20
for
something.
strength. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
would have +8, but still, it's not going to beat his.
Yeah.
dex.
You're not,
So
you're not going to
Big
be
Me's
my
hand comes over,
acrobatics.
but Civ is too dexterous to and is able to.
Would I have to let go of James?
is a good question. I'm going to say yes, you do have to let go of James to get out of that, but that's okay. You kind of would have already because that's what you wanted to do with him, or what
It's just
the Aboleth
get him in the
wanted
water.
you to do with him. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So now we are at the lair action. So
I technically still have my action, I think, because I just
yeah, that's right. This is a
moved.
bonus action.
No,
Yeah.
it's fine. I'm still getting used to this spell. So I am going to, because I backed up, I'm just going to take out my crossbow in a moment of panic and shoot at the one that was attacking my hand. Not the one
Okay.
that, yeah.
Not the one that Ugo has hit and Civ has hit.
Yeah, I'll shoot at the other one.
Okay. All right. So you have advantage from Hellion Storm March, countered by Grim Faded.
Oh, thank you both.
Also, we have an Evil Yam from Whisper Joe. Thank you, Whisper Joe.
Thank you, Whisper
Thank
Joe.
you, Whisper
Thank
Joe.
you, Whisper Joe. That's a 12.
That does not hit.
Okay. Well, I shoot
All
an
right.
arrow into the water, and I hope I don't hit Fahima.
Actually,
If you were to accidentally hit me, that would be a good thing.
I don't
Yeah.
think you could hit me.
I would
So-
love for you to accidentally shoot me.
Next up is at initiative 20 is a lair action. What happens now is the water that both Civ and James are standing in.
Fahima too.
What on Fahima too? That's right. Starts to radiate with this pure rage, this anger, this feeling that's so intense that it twists your mind, causing psychic damage unless you have a wisdom save. So everybody do a wisdom save for me. All those three people, that is. And Civ, you have disadvantage from Grim Faded. Fahima, you have advantage from your Ashen Sugar Mama.
Oh
Countered by Y'all Should Be Angry. A lot of new wonderful names this
What
year.
about
me?
me?
And James, you have advantage from references needed, countered by Grim Faded.
Thank you both.
I have advantage on wisdom saves because that's part of my bard trait.
All right. There you go.
I rarely get to use it, and I'm so excited. Okay.
You're not in the water, Katie.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
you're not in the water. Yeah.
Never
that's
mind.
right.
Well,
It's just the people that are in the water. Let's
just so you
see.
guys know, I have advantage on wisdom saves. It's pretty cool.
18.
23.
Ooh.
5.
5. Oh, my gosh. The one person I didn't want to have it. Okay.
Hey, wisdom saves. Civ, not his strong suit.
I know.
Makes lots of bad choices in life for a reason.
Everybody else saved. Civ, you take 11 points of damage and you can repeat your wisdom save to get out of the enslavement.
Advantage, disadvantage, where I'm at.
You have a disadvantage from change box. All of a sudden, the viewer's strategy has backfired.
Lucky number
5.
5. Yep.
5, so you do not save. So you're still enslaved.
Wow.
So your mind erupts in this rage and pain, and you take 11 points of psychic damage.
Yep.
Do we take any? So if we save, we don't take
You
any.
save, you take 0.
Great. Okay.
All right.
Things that affect the mind tend to be
Yeah.
save or nothing.
All right, so we are up to James's turn. James, you have just been drug into the water by your friend, and you felt this incredible sense of rage, and you somehow managed to resist the pain of it, the damage of it, but it is still this palpable sense. The closer you are to this creature, also,
Yes.
because you are
I don't like the way you say that. Go on.
not within 5 feet of it. You are not within 5 feet, so you're fine.
I'm
Okay.
within 10. I'm within 10 feet of it.
You are within 10 feet right now.
This giant thing with its mouth looking at me.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, and Civ just dragged me here. I'm fighting against him, but I do see I get the sense that he's trying to shake something off. Yes.
Yeah, I definitely. It is very weird that he would pick you up and drag you toward the water, and then of course he reaches up and his brain has just been assaulted in some way. In the same way that you resisted that, it's clear that he did not.
Okay. Save. Look at me. Save. I don't think you're willing right now, so I'm sorry about this. Thunderstep. Only at 3rd level.
Right.
So both Civ and the Aboleth need to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
As I get out of dodge.
See if you can roll yours, and you have a disadvantage from which space? I have advantage from Shiny 8-Bit Boo that is countered by Dewski. Wow.
I want.
Actually, what's the save need to be?
Con of 16.
I'll use my 16. I'm gonna use my 16 that I took from Lily.
Fine, do it.
Which
took
would
a
give me-
No,
which
you
would
took
give
a
me
natural
18.
20 from me.
Oh
You took
yeah,
a
so I
16.
took 16 from somebody.
I just wanted to be remembered that was a natural 20 you took from me.
It'd be a total of 18 for the Aboleth.
Okay. And Jared, what did you roll?
I failed miserably.
Copy. Jared, Civ takes 14 points of thunder damage. The Aboleth takes 7 points of thunder damage.
All right.
Wow.
Where do I want to go here? I want to go back to Lily.
All right.
Yeah, no thank you. And
So with a crackling flash of electricity?
thunder, yeah.
Oh no, thunder. So it's thunder damage. It's not electricity.
Yeah.
It's sound
Right.
waves.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say the electricity probably radiates through the water. But no, we're gonna do thunder damage. So that this massive ripple comes throughout almost like a divot that opens up in the center of the water as James disapparates and appears right next to you, Lily.
And then I call Civ!
Advantage, disadvantage, since I just took damage again.
Oh yes, you have advantage from Z-Man 9018.
Thank you, Z-Man. 10.
Not gonna get it done.
Jared.
With advantage even.
It was bound to happen at some point.
Okay.
All right.
So low. man. You're so emotionally low. It's easy to get in there.
Yeah. James, are you done? Or is that more?
No, that's just my action.
Okay.
All right, and Ugo's got the 2 Tanarooks on him. One of them is very damaged. Okay. Yeah, there's not much else I can do right now. Okay, that's I look at Lily, making sure she's all right. But that's what I can do.
All right. So at that moment,
Don't like your slow
what happens next
thing
is
talking.
Jessica, did we
see-
skip you somewhere?
what?
Did we skip Jessica sometime?
No,
No,
I'm,
she's
I'm
at
after the Aboleth.
She's after the Aboleth.
I'm after all the bad boys.
She's post Aboleth.
Yeah. What happens is you see something else come up out of the water.
Oh
you kidding
my god.
It looks vaguely familiar.
No! No, 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 no.
It's Dipthe.
It is indeed Dipthe.
Yeah.
But she looks different.
Oh no.
She is. You remember her as being sort of that pale, dull blue color. She is much different now. Darker. Almost gray. She looks like she's been through something. Her eyes sunken and dark. And there is. Well, actually, Fahima, you're the closest. Even as water form, give me a perception check.
I just picture you like a puddle with eyeballs, like boink, boink.
You have advantage from your Ashen Sugar Mama, countered by Grim Faded.
Thank you, Sugar Mama. Thank you, Grim Faded. Oh, that was really bad. That's a 2
Okay, so you don't see.
plus my
Anything.
whatever my
Yeah.
modifiers are.
She comes
I die.
walking out as well.
She looked dead? No, she just looks.
She just looks. She looks almost like the color of steel, the color of darkened and grayed, and there's like bits of stubble on her head. From her hair used to be completely bald, and she has those pointed ears, but there's bits of stubble on her head. And Uggo, she walks right up to you. And you can see the stubble on her head. It's white. She attempts to grapple you. Uggo?
She's probably not very strong.
Exactly. Doesn't matter. She is going to attempt to grapple you. I have advantage from change box, and Uggo, you have advantage from Sitar, countered by Grim Faded.
So she's growing hair?
Yes.
Is that what you mean by stubble? Okay.
Yep.
Her skin has gone
I
from
got a
bluish to
19.
gray.
And you said I have advantage? Sorry.
You're evened out. Sitar gave you advantage, and Grim Faded countered it.
All right.
You are raging. Oh.
Oh, I am raging. Right. I get advantage on that. Regardless.
Nope. It's still
Nope.
Dipthe, though. What'd you roll?
Yeah.
Come on.
My athletics check was an 11.
Whoa.
Dipthe comes up, and you are so shocked to see her. She looks so different. She wraps her arms around you and starts to pull you into the water.
Oh no.
Deep as she can go, girl. So Uggo, you're so much stronger than this small, frail little sky child. You remember carrying her, finding her in that lodestar and picking up and carrying her small body. I think you actually carried her for quite a ways when you saved her. This time, though, you are so disoriented. You're so in shock about what's been happening to your friends and being back in this place that somehow she pulls you deeper into the water, and you, as the water rises and goes above your head.
Yeah, this is where you hear Uggo. This is where you hear Uggo.
Yeah. And there is, as you I'm sure are well aware, Ron, there is a memory associated to all of this that is certainly in Uggo's mind at the forefront. This place, this feeling, the darkness down here, the water itself. Brakka, you just defeated him, but now you're back in it. You're back underneath it. You feel that rage all around you. You've conjured your own rage to use it in combat, but there is something worse about the external rage, something foreign, something you can't reach out and touch. And as she pulls you deeper into the water, Uggo, blue, the water covering your head. You're completely submerged now. The rest of you see Uggo completely disappear under the surface. And Uggo, you're sitting there, your eyes wide open under the water, this murky, horrible water with bodies floating at the top. There are bodies underneath the water too. It's everywhere. It's orcish, horrible orcish bodies floating and sitting there. This almost this tank full of chum, just figures pushed together. As she pulls you under the water, you almost pushes past these floating corpses. And as you get completely submerged and your eyes are wide open and there's bits of flesh floating in the water and there's fully formed things, their eyes wide open as well, you see past these forms underneath the water. Around it, you see the shimmering astral shapes of your ancestors waiting down there for you, reaching their arms out. You can barely see them as bodies float past, obscuring your view. You see them trying to reach out past the forms, past the corpses underneath the water. All right, now it is.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said, yeah, okay.
Now it is the Root's turn. They're just going to charge forward. Oops. And this one's going to attack James.
Great.
I have Advantage from change box countered by false star on the first. Advantage from change box countered by false star on the second. And so, the first one is a 18 to hit. Second one is a 19 to hit.
Those both hit, definitely.
All right. So the first is the weapon, which is slashing damage. That's 9 points of damage.
Ow.
And then the piercing damage bite is also 9 points. No, yeah, 9 points of damage.
Okay, ow.
So 18 points of damage total to you. And that is just what that thing does. The next one is going to go toward Lily.
No, thank you.
And attack it twice. I have advantage from change box countered by false star on the first. Straight roll on the second.
I'm trying to make eye contact with it. Will it look in my eyes?
No. 20. Actually, yeah. I mean, it's gonna look down at you. 28 on the first. Ooh, that's probably missed. 10 on the second.
So
10 misses, right?
10 misses. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first one is 5 plus 4. So it's 9 points of.
Oops.
Yeah, 9 points of slashing damage.
Ow!
So they just keep marching forward. They seem furious and motivated. They just kind of direct, running straight out of the water, hitting everything in their path, smacking and smacking.
I also lose concentration on my hand.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you roll? You rolled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff, do you want to steal that roll really quick?
Go on.
Do you have any steals left?
You didn't. Yeah, you didn't grab him, right? Okay.
Unless I have advantage.
You have advantage that's countered. Hellion Storm March countered by Grim Fated.
Grim Fated. Look what you've done.
All right, so now it is the Aboleth's turn, and it is going to.
Okay. It's okay.
This is bad. This is very bad.
It's going to move over to Uggo, and it is going to. It's in your mind, Uggo. You hear it. Archie, you've come to the depths. Finally. And it is going to reach out with its tentacle. Let's attack you. Actually attack you 3 times.
Oh my god.
Gosh. Can't you command it as Warchief not to?
Right?
Oh, natural 1. An insane number of natural ones. That is an insane number of natural ones. Okay, that's the first is a natural one.
That's all right, Jeff. You're doing just fine. Don't worry.
Can you steal it from yourself?
Deep trouble.
Second one is 27 to hit. Third one is 17 to hit.
The second 3 hit. Second 2 hits.
Second 2 hit. All right, so first is 15 points of damage.
What type?
Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning, yeah.
If it's a
Second
tentacle.
is
Reduced.
10. Second is 10. So 15 and 10. So 25 and a half.
12.
But you need to roll me 2 Constitution saving throws. You have a disadvantage from change box on the first, but nothing on the second.
Get it, guys. You want me to die? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I
All
won't
right,
take it
just-
personally. Wow. I rolled an 18 and a 17
Nice.
so disadvantage would make it a 23.
That saves.
Then you have to roll another one, it said.
Yeah, second one. For each attack, you need to roll out. Each attack that hits.
Same disadvantage?
No,
second
you
one?
have straight roll for the second one.
Great. Same number. Actually,
right.
one higher. One higher.
All right.
24.
Okay, so you managed to resist this feeling of your body being infected as this tentacle underneath the water. It infects you. It attempts to infect you, but you resist it. You manage to summon the fortitude to resist it. We're up to Fahima's turn.
Man, I've been chilling in this stinky water for a minute here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull up the map here. What I want to do is use my 50 feet of water speed and try to swim down inside of the Aboleth's mouth
Okay.
and
Oh
get in
my
its
goodness.
get in its tum tum.
Yeah.
Wow.
Getting in its
Wow.
tum tum. You do need to roll me a Constitution saving throw. There is this strange cloud of mucus that is around it. Actually, Civ, you need to roll me that as well.
I do. I haven't
You
been
probably
touching
do
it.
too, right?
Yeah, I'll go. You do too. Yeah, because it
We're
moved
within
when it,
5 feet
on its
of it.
last on its turn. It just moved within 5 feet of you.
Dipthe's
I
got to
thought you
do
have
it
to.
too.
Okay.
I have advantage.
It says a creature that touches the Aboleth. Oh, excuse me. No, yeah, you're right. You have to touch it or hit it. You're
Yeah.
right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh.
It's just you, Fahima.
For the mucus,
Yes.
can I try to not touch it and go in its giant mouth and avoid the
No, I mean,
mucus?
you go in its mouth, you're going to touch it.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
You're touching it. I
Since
mean,
it hit me, I'm going to assume since it hit me and tried to grapple me, then I'm probably touched it.
no. If you hit it or touch it, you had the tentacle has a different
Yeah.
Constitution saving, so
Okay,
we did you.
great.
You were good with you.
Perfect.
Fahima, you have advantage from your Ashen Sugar Mama, countered by Grim Fated.
Amazing. This is a con saving throw.
Yes.
Okay, I do have advantage on these as water form. I'm reading in the spell.
Ooh, benefits of water form.
Oh, that's almost a natural 20. Okay. Oh, actually, that's not that great. 15.
Oh, you beat it. You just All right, so you save. All right, so you swim as water. You swim past this disgusting cloud of mucus that is surrounding this hideous creature. It's got its mouth wide open, these fangs, these tentacles, and as water in water, you're like, and you go past the fangs, past the mouth, into its gullet. What would you like to do?
Oh my god.
This better work.
Usually, players try not to get swallowed by monsters, but I like this. I like this very
She's
much.
pulling a Moby Dick.
Better
Behemoth,
work, or we're in trouble.
the monster lover, she's the type to swim into the monster's mouth.
It's very true.
All right, so Fahima looks around inside this belly, kind of judging how big this creature is, and what is the size of this creature?
Huge.
It's huge.
Yeah, that's the
means-
technical term.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Using my knowledge of monsters thus far, Fahima's going to polymorph into a creature big enough to explode out of its stomach. I have access to huge creatures and one gargantuan creature, but it's a dinosaur, and we don't really have dinosaurs, so
Yeah. I mean, I'll allow you to do a gargantuan. If you encountered that's gargantuan.
Just a bigger Aboleth.
I mean, you can
No,
do
it's not a beast.
you could do the Serpican that you came in contact with. That was a beast,
giant
right?
ape.
The
the
Serpican was gargantuan, wasn't it, or was it huge?
the is that the one that I inhabited?
Yeah.
Doesn't it have to be a beast?
Yeah, that was a beast. That's why she could inhabit
That's why,
it.
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna turn into that. But it can't swim.
Or you could do
So-
the chicken.
So
Actually, no. Is it you can inhabit a beast or a monstrosity? Is that right? Maybe it must have been a monstrosity. It wasn't a. Was it a beast? I can look
yes,
it up.
I can beast, monstrosity, or fiend, actually.
Right. So maybe that's why you were
yeah.
able to inhabit it. Is that it wasn't a beast? It was a monstrosity.
So additionally, if I turn into a huge creature, which is the same size as the Aboleth,
Yeah.
would that still suffice to explode it? Potentially. Or does Fahima judge that she needs to be a size bigger?
Can you cast spells in water form?
No, I would stop being water.
So
Yeah,
then
she would drop concentration.
Swim in,
Drop
drop.
concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I love this
I-
plan. This is a great
Yeah,
plan.
but might
polymorph
take
is
damage from
instantaneous,
inside
right?
the stomach? Damage from inside the
Oh,
stomach?
she's definitely going to take damage in that instant when she's Fahima.
Which would, right.
Which
Cool.
would turn me back into, potentially turn me back into Fahima.
Well, you won't take damage until you return back.
So what'll happen is you'll go in as water, which you just did. You will turn into Fahima for a moment, take damage, and I'm actually going to make,
take damage from the acid again?
Well, you'll take damage from being inside the mouth of an Aboleth as your rightful form, right? As water, you won't take damage, but once you turn into Fahima for that moment where you have to cast the spell, and I'm gonna actually make you, I'm gonna make you roll a, let's say, I'm gonna say a Constitution save to see if you can even cast the spell while you're inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
because it's gonna, like that. Imagine swimming into the mouth of an animal, and then you were you for a second, and you're trying to cast a spell. I think
there's like a layer of stomach acid that I'm like peeping my mouth out of to cast the verbal component of.
Yeah.
No.
This is absolutely awesome.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh. Also, the normal swallow mechanic would have her restrained. She could still cast spells.
But she can
would
still
just
cast
be
spells.
restrained.
Right.
She would just get all the benefits and detriments.
blinded and restrained.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
But
I
also,
love this.
It's amazing. Okay. So
First damage, right?
Yeah. So what? So you swam in. You're gonna drop concentration. I'm gonna need you to.
It smells terrible in here.
We have no idea that this is happening.
No.
Right. You don't have any idea this is happening. You're gonna take
You need more probiotics.
12 points of acid damage for being in the stomach instantly.
Okay.
And now you are going to attempt to cast your spell. So roll me a con saving throw to see if you can even do that.
Oh my god.
You have advantage from your Ashen Sugar Mama, countered by Change Box.
Come on, you got this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because if she doesn't do this,
it's bad, very bad.
Then
for
I'm
her.
just
bad news. Your lunch.
Quick question. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna roll this anyway, but I want to know if I fail casting polymorph, could I cast another spell, or that burns
Not
my
on this
spell?
turn. Not on this turn. You're gonna be inside. You're gonna be swallowed by this creature. You're gonna take more damage, and you're gonna be, inside.
Come on.
15 again?
15 is your save.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does it.
Oh, wait, I think I have more than
saves.
that.
Versus 12 points of damage.
Yeah, that saves.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Oh man, I actually have a +7 to my wisdom that I haven't been adding this whole time. Okay.
That was Constitution. It was Constitution.
Oh, it was con. Oh, was last one wisdom? No, that was con too.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're turning yourself into a whale?
No.
What are you turning yourself
So
into? What is
did
it?
we determine I need to be a size larger, or can I just be huge and effectively?
I'm gonna say you can be the same size as the creature and still give it a lot
If
of
there
power.
was a full human inside of my
Huge,
stomach, I
huge
would
should be big
explode.
enough, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure huge is big enough too.
Tell me what creature you're polymorphing into.
I'm gonna turn into a giant crocodile because they can swim and go on land.
Oh my gosh.
So, as water, you swim past this mucus, and you resist the disease that it is spreading throughout this water. You swim past all of these bodies floating there, these arms and legs hovering in the water, these orcish forms. You navigate it, moving as water in water, effortlessly slipping through the molecules of the thing that you in fact are, your form not intermingling with the water, just sort of like oil and water moving through it. And as the jaws open up, you go inside, down into the gullet. Everything becomes dark and black. The acid of the stomach all around you in your water form. You're staying safe, undamageable as water. And in that moment, you drop your concentration and your body reconstitutes into a solid. Your arms and hands and legs and torso, your hair and your eyes, you are inside this huge creature, and it immediately burns, the acid seeping into your skin, but you maintain concentration, and you, just with the minute amount of room that you can maneuver your fingers and speak the arcane words, touching the weave, you start to change. Your eyes widening, moving to the side of your face, your snout extending, fangs coming out, your hands and legs retracting and claws growing from the ends of them, and you burst open. The jaws of the crocodile erupting up and out and through the jaws of the Aboleth itself, ripping, rending, tearing its head open. You see, those of you standing on land, standing in front of the two Tunaruk, you see this huge plume of water erupt out, and gore, bits of the Aboleth flying out, red spurts of blood and green goo flying through the air, intermingled with the splashing water, and you see this huge crocodile spring forth out of this mass of flesh and bone. This creature turning and writhing and splashing, its huge crocodile tail coming up out of the water. And immediately, Civ, your mind clears, your eyes focus, you are no longer enslaved. You're looking around, standing in this horrible water, standing amongst these bodies. The Tanaruk look furious, still ready to attack, but the Aboleth seems to have been rended, destroyed from the inside out in an explosion. And Fahima, you are there as a huge alligator. I don't know what the alligator, or excuse me, crocodile. It's very important. It's a crocodile. Very different features. What is a crocodile?
I have its stats pulled up if you're looking for something.
Yeah, I want to see. I know it's want to know its
amazing.
intelligence.
Its intelligence is it's a 2.
It's a 2.
It's a solid 2.
Yeah. All right. So
Negative 4 modifier.
You have the intelligence of a crocodile. Uggo, under the water, you see Dipthe come out of it as if in a trance as well.
Yes!
She looks at you, both of you floating under the water, hovering there. Fahima, does that complete your turn?
What else would she do?
I believe it does. I don't think I get to take additional actions as the creature.
Civ,
so yeah.
you are up. And you find yourself neck deep in water. You were witness to all of the actions you took. You knew you were doing them. Almost in a similar way to when you took the Voyage of Madness into the Isle of Rum. You know, you were aware of what you were doing, but you were not in control of it. You were like a passenger in your own body.
Yeah, what? So I was aware of what was happening. I just didn't have control over myself, or I don't know what happened.
You were enslaved, and you knew that that you went and picked up James and you brought him to the water.
Right.
But your mind was cloudy. You did that, even though you wouldn't have done that.
Right.
And now you're sitting in this water, by the way, floating. There was already bodies, but now there's floating chunks of Aboleth, and there's just a red smear that's floating through it.
Already in the soup of dead bodies also.
Yes.
So this is the most disgusting lake ever.
There's that. No one draw this, please.
That thickness in the air, that palpable anger, that rage, that seething hatred that you all have been moving through, also seems to thin and recede, and you are no longer in this chamber, this churning chamber of boiling emotion.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. All right, moving on.
But you really want me to act it out?
No, I just
screaming and pulling at my face like
it was just so casual. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I haven't been in control of my character this whole time. So, and I still see Dipthe. Is Dipthe holding on to Uggo? Is she still?
No, they're both sort of floating underneath the water, just like you know,
Okay.
yeah.
So this is what I would
Do
do.
you even see them? Because there's a giant alligator.
I don't know.
I don't
That's a
have
great
the.
question.
Crocodile?
Wait.
Crocodile.
You're right. There.
Jeez.
I don't think you
Jeez.
see it.
Oh my god.
Actually, you know what? This is where we're gonna go to intermission because we'll let you guys
Brakahima.
regroup. We'll go to intermission and we'll come back on the other side and see what happens after the death of the Aboleth.
The explosion of the Aboleth.
All right, we're back. Thanks for hanging out with us over intermission. We really appreciate you. We did get a gold potato that I want to shout out from Dazed and Confused. Thank you, Dazed and Confused.
I know
really
how that
appreciate
feels.
that gold potato. We also got a couple of balloons from Einquake of Cheese. That's just throwing it all in there. Einquake of Cheese, love it. Is for the Team Force of Evil, but the tug of war between the two teams currently stands a Team Force of Good at 64%, Team Force of Evil at 36%. So that brings us back to the depths of the Underfury, where everything smells like the inside of an Aboleth right now.
What exactly does that smell like?
Not good, Jessica. Not good.
I feel like I would know.
She would.
Now you know. Yeah, now you know. It's a
Never forget that smell.
Yeah.
Smells like a garbage. When I went camping, there was a garbage can with like old meat in it that had been cooking in 100-degree heat for a couple of days.
Yes.
Like that smell.
That sounds about right. Or like,
Yeah.
Forget the inside of your first Aboleth.
have you ever had like really terrible sushi?
Oh.
No. Luckily,
Let's-
no.
Let's just stop.
Sushi.
All right.
I've had it.
We are back. It's Civ. It is your turn, and you
Yeah,
have
I'm-
recently come back to yourself.
I'm thinking, I don't know what this crocodile creature is, and it just blew up an Aboleth. So I think
It has glasses on.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
It has glasses markings on it.
So I'm thinking,
Even your
Yeah.
magic has limits. I draw the line at glasses.
The crocodile's just like Hamlet.
and I am assuming I don't know what's happening with Dipthe and Uggo, so I think the conservative approach would be to run and stabby McStabberson this ghoulish orc in the back.
All right.
A couple of
Sounds
times.
good. You have advantage from Phage Lives or Phage Lives? Phage Lives. I'm guessing.
This is rough, you guys. Yeah, that would be a 14.
That hits.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
what you need. Meet or beat. That's what you needed
Cool.
to get.
All right, and then I'll stab
That's
it again
natural armor. There's
with the
natural
short
armor.
sword, and that's even better. That's a 24.
Nice.
24 points of damage.
No, 24 to hit the second attack.
Yeah. They both hit.
Okay. All right, so let's do some math. 66, 64.
That's the one that's looking pretty hurt, yes?
You're attacking the one that you shot with an arrow, with your psychic arrow before, right?
Correct.
Injured one. Yeah, there's one.
Yeah,
that's
and
not
I
even been
think
hit at all.
Uggo hit it too, right?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah, it's very
badly
hurt.
injured. Yeah.
Okay, great. So that would be 8, 20, 21, 33 points of damage.
You run up to it, and with the first hit, stab it in the back, and you see it screech, and it crumples to the ground, dead.
I'll stab it again just to be
All right.
sure.
Yeah,
Be
this
thorough.
squirming. It's got green goo coming out of the hole that you punctured it, but you stab it again. Just for good measure, it is not moving. Just a twitch in its claw.
Great. And then I will look at James and Lily and go, where is Fahima? Where is Uggo? And that's my turn.
Uggo's in the water.
The boat's in the water, I think.
I lost sight of Fahima a while back.
Okay,
And then I'll
your
spin
turn.
around and look that direction and see if I see them.
You do not. Uggo is completely submerged.
Yeah.
You do see quite a large crocodile in this
Yeah.
in this chum-filled water of bits and goo.
Right.
It
And the
looks
crocodile did
kinda
not
nerdy though.
the crocodile did not attack me when I fled from it.
True.
Correct.
That's right. It did not.
Okay,
That is
great.
It just burps a little fire.
Right.
And that's my turn.
The crocodile
With two
goes.
in-
The crocodile goes. Kiss Lily.
Yes.
That
I didn't
is
think this
deeply
cave
upsetting.
I didn't think this cave could get any creepier. And it
It
just
just
did.
did.
And it just comes out.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go. Your turn, then Lily.
Okay, so explain to me everything. Everything.
See? I'm not alone.
Yeah, you are. Explain to me my ancestral guardians and what's going on with that, because last I checked, they were beckoning me downward.
No, it's not beckoning you downward. That they were more like they were trying to get to you. They were trying to reach you, and they themselves were sort of under the water. And when you went under the water is when you could see them again.
I see. Do they still seem to be being
yeah,
drugged down?
In fact, at this point, now that the Aboleth has exploded from the inside out, and this unrelenting thickness, this anger, this feeling of rage that permeated throughout this place is subsiding, you see them sort of move to you in the water and come to you and Dipthe floating there, and they seem to be much more able to sort of move on their own accord.
Right. All right, and I mean, I know it's hard to see, but does Dipthe's no longer trying to pull me down?
Correct. Yeah.
Almost
she's sort
as
of
if
floating there, almost in shock herself.
Okay. Well, then I'll grab her and get out of the water if I assume I can.
Yeah. Actually, she's not going to resist, so you don't even have to do a strength check. You can just pull her out, and you get her up on the water, and she kind of flops down on the ground.
I do too,
knees.
Of course.
Yeah.
I imagine I'm probably vomiting some water here. Screaming, being drugged into the water. I imagine it probably got it. So coughing it out.
Yeah.
That whole kit and caboodle.
Right.
Classic.
Yeah, and I think that'll be probably my turn. I don't think I'll be able to do much more than that right now.
All right. That brings us to Lily.
Okay. Welcome back, Civ. And then
Tonaru, right there.
I have the thing right in front of me, so I'm going to pull out my dagger because it's right in front of me and just
Gotta use that dagger.
stab it.
Get that dagger.
I'm just gonna try and stab it.
Stab it with the dagger. All right. You have advantage from Hellion Storm March, countered by Changebox.
Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, a dirty 20 to hit.
Wow.
That hits.
You and that dagger.
Yay! Okay. Well, it only does 1d4 damage plus 3, but still, it hits.
All right.
Well, it does 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Okay. So you're stabbing at this thing's kneecaps, which is basically eye level, ripping into it. It's screeching at you. It just saw its friend go down. And again, the whole area has changed in tone now. It feels like a completely different place almost.
And then as a bonus action, I am going to, at 4th level, cast Healing Spirit.
Okay.
And I believe that Dipthe and Uggo are within 60 feet of me. So I'll just place it right between them.
All right. Sort of like here.
Sorry, I didn't see. Yeah. So just so it'll hit both of them. Yeah, because it's like a little 5 foot.
All right. So
Spirit.
Uggo, you can take that healing on your turn, or I guess right when you enter that space. So either now, is it now or on his turn? I think it's on his turn.
I think it's at the start of his turn. Yeah.
Okay. That complete your turn?
Yeah.
James, you're up.
I'm sorry. If I walk away,
It'll attack of
is gonna
opportunity.
attack me. Okay. Yeah. I'll keep looking at him.
Okay, face to face with this Tanaruk thing. We've been hearing that they're part demon, part orc. There's another one dead at our feet, and don't like being here with Lily this close. So banishment on the Tanaruk.
Okay, all right. Pulling out all the stops.
Get out of here!
All right.
Charisma saving throw, please.
I'm going to use my natural 20 that I have.
No, no.
You jerk. No, that's fine. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It's Jerk Kanata, not Jeff Kanata.
Well, okay. There's my action. And there's
Thank you,
my
Team
spell
Force
slot.
of Evil. No,
there's
the Tunnerook will still be annoying to all of you.
Wow. I think I panic and I still run for it. Yeah. I don't want to leave it next to Lily.
It'll get a free shot at you too.
Yeah.
I know that. I'm trying to maybe get rid of its reaction. No, okay. I will try to use my bonus action to sort of clumsily pull my shield out, even though it doesn't yet help my AC. I'm just basic.
It's gonna take 2 shots at Lily, who
Come on.
who hit it in the kneecap. Ooh, that's good. First one is 25. I'm sorry, I forgot. I don't know if I have advantage. Check that out. Let me check that. Nope, straight rolls for me. Second one is an 18. 25 and 18, I'm sure both hit, right?
Yeah.
First one is 6 plus 4 is 10 points of slashing damage. And the second one is 2 plus 4 is 6 points of piercing damage. So it smacks you down, comes swinging down with this husk weapon and slashes into you and then bites you as well.
Ow! I do maintain concentration on my healing spirit, though.
Right.
Nice.
I rolled a 10.
Okay.
Nice.
That brings us to Crocodile's turn.
Well, my walking speed's only 30 feet, so I can't get to Lily. Are there any other creatures in the lake?
There are none that seem to be moving or attacking, especially now that the Aboleth is dead. There are lots of these forms, these bodies in the lake, but none of them seem to be animated at the moment. Dipthe is on the edge of the water line. It technically was her turn, but she's still recovering, just sort of on her hands and knees, coughing like.
She can take the healing, though, if it was her turn.
Oh, good call. Good call. What is that?
And you have a 2 intelligence, Jessica, too, so you're definitely eating some of that Aboleth.
Oh my gosh. Gross.
So
Good call.
I will I'll use my movement to kind of stomp around and just check that there's no further threat.
Okay.
And
you
then,
can, if you want to use your action to roll perception, you can do that.
yeah.
You have advantage from your Ashen Sugar Mama.
Oh,
Thank you. Is it even worth doing a perception check from this creature's form? Let me see.
I bet it has decent perception.
Probably has decent.
It's
Passive perception's 10. Looks like it's, well, it has
So it's a +0.
+0 wisdom. Yeah.
okay.
Dipthe takes 3d6 healing, just so you know, Jeff.
Thank you. 3. You can roll it.
Okay.
You're fun. You can have fun.
You're
16.
You're fun too.
16.
Yeah, so as the crocodile, you are scanning for more threats, for something else that might challenge you, and you see lots of meat in the water, but nothing that seems to be moving towards you or moving at all.
I guess we can call it meat in the crocodile form. I would see that as meat.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll walk to the edge of the... I'll swim to the edge of the lake and revert back to Fahima form.
All right.
15 points of healing. I rolled really well.
15 points of healing. Nice. Boop. Fahima returns to Fahima form. Boop.
As soon as you revert back to Fahima, Uggo, coughing on his own water in his lungs, goes, I told you she could kill us all.
Why did you say it every time?
Because it's true, and I want to remind people so that they know that when it is that you are the Candle Queen, they know why.
Are you alright? I think you should stop talking right now. It seems as though it's hurting to do so.
It's the only thing that's making me feel like I can live right now.
Still fighting a Tatarook over here!
Sim, it is your turn. Coming around.
Yeah, I see this thing attacking Lily, and I'm gonna go right up behind it and make it my friend by stabbing it repeatedly.
All right.
Jared, we need to
Wait.
talk about your friendship.
Yeah, did you go to public school education or what?
You have advantage.
Hey!
Advantage from which
Oh, yeah,
space on the
public.
first, but straight roll in the second.
Okay.
Called the
Thank
School
you,
of Hard
Witchface.
Knocks.
Whoa. I have never rolled this bad on this show.
Dude, I've rolled like
Ever.
5 natural ones this session. It's weird.
So the first one is a 14.
That hits.
shaking off that vacation dust. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Dude, this is brutal. And now the next one is a 13.
So the first one
15
hits.
misses. Yeah.
So the first one hits.
Yes,
Okay, so I
14
still
hits.
get my sneak attack. That's good.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, you're flanking. I would imagine you still get sneak attack, right?
Oh yeah, I'd have advantage. I'd have advantage because I'm
Doesn't
flanking.
matter. You hit it. Oh, you
Yeah.
would have advantage on both?
Yeah, I still wrote a 2. Never mind. I'm
Oh,
rolling.
no.
I'm rolling so bad. So
Starts
bad.
having one of those nights.
Jared.
Yeah. So
Wait, didn't you have
times-
cursed dice at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
giving away.
I gave him away. Obviously, they're making a comeback. Okay, so 10, 15, 19, 20 plus dagger is 6, 26.
26 points of damage. All right. You lodge your dagger right into the spine of this thing at the base of its spine and start ripping upward, and it breaks through its kind of carapace back there. It turns and tries to reach back towards you, trying to find out what's attacking it from behind. Ugo, your turn.
Ugo, now realizing what the crocodile is, getting the water out of his lungs and realizing that his friends are still in trouble, hops up quickly and runs over there to...
You take 14 points of healing first.
Oh, great. Thank you.
And
Nice.
Ugo, you now have all of the abilities of your ancestors returned to you.
Oh.
Great.
You probably dropped rage though. In those turns where you're just being
Yeah.
dragged into water.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But, you know... Yeah, then I will bonus action rage again.
Yeah.
And then hit it twice. Do I have advantage, disadvantage? straight
It's
away?
flanked.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah,
super
it's right,
flank.
flanked.
Yeah,
It's flanked,
you get
that's right.
advantage.
Unless he has disadvantage or something.
No, he has advantage.
All right, first one is a 27.
Hits.
And second one is 26.
Yep. That also hits.
All right. So the first one. Well, both of those again. Is D6 plus 5 plus 7. So can't do math right now. 13. 13 bludgeoning.
All right.
Double add. Wasn't supposed to do that. And roll those again. 12 bludgeoning. Magical
25
weapon.
total.
25. 55. All right. So yeah, you run up, smack it again, and this thing realizes it's surrounded by you, and it's agitated and angry. And you look, and Ugo, you can see the orcish nature in it. It is an orc, but it is something else also. This thing has some shade of intelligence there, but it is befouled. It is it's subverted into something else. All right, is that your turn?
That does complete my turn, yes.
Lily, you're up, then James.
Okay. Wait, is it still alive?
It is still alive.
Oh my gosh. Go away.
You hadn't even heard it until you stabbed it in the kneecap. So
Right.
Okay, that's true. Fine. Well, I will, I guess, dagger it again.
okay,
Not happy about it.
you have advantage from the Cosmic Lord.
Oh, thank you, the Cosmic Lord. That's... Oh, I get to roll again. That's how advantage works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Don't mind us, we're just making friends.
Yeah,
15?
hits.
Okay. And then I do... Whoa. Okay. Just throw that dice on the floor. So... Oh man, I only do 4 points of damage again.
What's not? Not nothing.
It's not nothing.
Nothing.
And then as a bonus action, I will move my healing spirit. I believe I can do that.
Yep.
Over to between Uggo and Civ.
All right, so like here-ish.
Yeah. So it'll hit both of them.
All right. That brings us to James's turn.
Okay, this thing seems super flanked at this point. It's pretty hurt? Yeah, or?
Yeah, it's pretty hurt.
Okay, got it. I'm going to reach out. I don't like being this close to it, and shocking grasp it.
Okay. You have advantage from references needed, countered by Grim Faded.
I think we all have advantage right now because we're.
Yeah,
that's right.
actually, if you want to save that, yeah. Okay.
Well, it canceled out, so your advantage would trump it.
Okay, got it. Whoa. Boy, rolled in that one, but thank you for advantage. That is a 22 to hit.
Yep.
With shocking grasp. It
Wow.
takes 2d8 lightning damage.
Ooh, kill it. Ooh, kill it.
No, we're not in the water.
Thank goodness for that much.
I'll just get electrocuted.
7 points of lightning damage.
All right. Still not dead, but
It loses
Wow.
it now loses its reaction,
okay.
and
Everybody run.
I use that opportunity to move over towards Fahima and Dipthe, basically over here.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
It's going to try to attack. It's going to turn and give one attack to Uggo, one attack to Civ. They've been smacking it.
Attack on Civ is a disadvantage.
Yeah. I think I straight rolls. Yep. Yuki. That's a 3. That's a 20 something. So it hits Civ, not Uggo, left to right, and it will do.
You have resistance, Civ.
One. 6 points of piercing damage. It bites you, Civ. It tears into you. It's angry, and it's gonna try to run back toward the water. Actually,
So it's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Use
It did-
my reaction.
Right. It did 6, but then with Uggo's thing, that's 3, correct?
3. Yeah.
Okay. I'm also going to use my reaction to attack it as well.
All right. Let's
Get in there,
get this
Lily.
thing out of its way. Everybody
Get
gets
an attack in
on.
there.
25 to hit.
Hits.
Yeah, I'm at 25 as well.
And it also can't move. It stops moving.
All right.
Speed becomes 0.
Lily, you have advantage from Citizen of Ayn if you want to attack it as well.
Woo, max
Sure.
damage. 12 plus 7. So 19.
Okay.
All
I
right.
hit it.
Magical bludgeoning.
Okay.
And 16.
What is your damage,
Yes.
Lily? Quick.
Finally, 7.
7. Okay, Lily gives the killing blow.
What?
Stuck it out from under you.
I just did 22 points of damage.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Uggo smacked it, and then Lily stabs it in the back
All
of the
right.
kneecap, and it.
All right. Then I'm at least cutting its ear off.
All right. All
Oh
right.
my god.
All right.
Wow.
I'm at least cutting it.
With that, the
Sid
horrible-
gets ready and poised to jab it, and then just this dagger comes up behind it.
My eyes are like half
Civ,
closed.
You stab, and just as the body falls dead, and you only hit air as the.
No.
All right. With that, everything seems to be calm and safe. Sean, we can leave the map room. All of you standing there, in this space, these bodies still floating in the water in this horrible reservoir, this standing water underneath, inside, deep down in this cave beneath Thorn.
Just in case there's
Although
more
you take
baddies down
10
here. Yeah, that's what I was
healing,
gonna ask.
and you take 11 healing.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank
Is there
you.
a piece of this Aboleth that has a tentacle left attached to it?
Sure.
I'm looking for a tentacle.
Yeah, I mean, you have to wade out into the water to get it, but
That's
yeah.
fine.
I think
I'll
you could probably
go.
find a piece
Well,
that-
puts his maul away, walks out into the water, grabs the big tentacle, and begins to drag that thing out of the water.
Okay.
And he begins to make his way up the ramp back to where they came.
Civ, are you all right?
No, I am not.
Are you hurt?
Yes, but that is not the problem. I am more concerned about all of you.
Oh.
I don't know what we are going to do if I'm so easily controlled. And I look over at Dipthe like her.
Well,
It could have happened. It could have happened to any of us.
But it happens to me again and again.
Okay, well.
Only two agains, though, right?
That is too many. One of these times I'm going to come out of this trance and one of you are going to be dead at my feet. Or I will be dead.
No one wants that to happen. We'll find a way to protect you against it.
I'm going to walk towards Dipthe. Does she look okay? Does she look like she's Dipthe, or does she
very
look
much
like she's
not okay?
Zombie.
I wouldn't say zombie, but she very much does not look okay. She is she's still on her hands and knees, and she sort of gets up and moves backward away from you.
I put my blades away and I have my hands up, like I mean her no harm whatsoever.
She stands sort of right at the edge of the water line, the water kind of lapping against the backs of her heels, barefoot. She stands there looking at you, and all of you are struck by how different she looks than the last time you saw her. I mean, you saw her very badly injured in the Lodestar, and she was this strange dull blue color and looked very badly injured. But then you saw her doing much better with Torvalt after you came out of your 2-week stasis when you first saw the first Warden vision, and she was doing much better. She had a much more vibrant complexion. Now it is the opposite of that. She is this very dim, dark, gray color.
I speak in Elvish to her, and I say, "Are you all right? What happened down here?"
We ever heard Elvish?
None of you have ever heard Elvish. None of you have ever heard Elvish. Fahima speaks it.
Yeah, I'll go stops mid dragging this thing up. Turns around. What is that you said?
Dipthe looks at you, Fahima, and in Elvish, she replies, "The fury has abated. But it was just a taste. A small fragment of the whole."
I look over my shoulder back at Fahima. What is she saying?
The fury has abated, and it's just a small fraction of the whole. In Elvish, is there something else?
Can we please not? Can we please speak something? She speaks the common. Can we all speak something that we can all understand?
James, it seems that she's quite traumatized, so I think speaking in her first tongue might be a bit gentler on her.
Okay.
Dipthe, can you understand me?
I'll go.
Tell her about
Yes.
Torvalt.
What do you mean there's more?
So much more. We are fools, thinking we can stand against it.
Did you see something? Or is there sort of a prophecy?
No. Don't you understand? This is a war far beyond us. We think ourselves worthy to stand shoulder to shoulder with gods and dragons. Our delusions of grandeur, our divine dissatisfaction, our lust for power, our very creation is our undoing. It has happened before, and it will happen again.
Who is the hour that you speak of? Who is us?
All of us. The peoples. Fine.
So what is it that you suggest we do?
The only thing that could save us. The wardens are lost. You have, what, rescued one? We are doomed.
3?
3?
Yes.
So only one remains?
2 more.
You don't know
You don't know of the Cyclone Warden?
There's a secret warden that nobody knew about.
I thought maybe you're a sky child.
Eh? No longer.
We have
I
No
am
longer?
so longer. A child of the sky.
I'm going to take a blanket out, which is probably wet, but I'm going to take it out anyways. Actually, know what? Bag of holding. I'll take out a dry blanket and I'm going to wrap it around her shoulders.
She pushes it off of you.
Yeah, we got dry blankets.
I'm gonna also heal her 16,
not-
16 more points.
I am no longer Dipthe. I am not a child of the sky. I am drowned below. Dipthe is gone. Dipthe is past tense. I am Dipthe.
Dipthe. Can you please tell me how this came about? Is it simply because you're not in the sky anymore? This is a gradual change, or did something happen to you?
Underneath the ground. Below. Drowned.
What?
Drowned. Drow.
Calcutta. It's Calcutta. She did this.
What?
We don't.
Or, did you? Calcutta Theed.
Mm-hmm. Did you see her?
Well,
You speak of Calcutta?
she is a sky child? The Ashen Mage is a sky child.
I'm confused.
Tell us what you know of Calcutta Theed, please.
Maybe we should get out of this place first. We have so much to unpack. We have so much information to give. Can we?
I cannot return to the surface. I cannot return to the sky.
You need to see Torvalt.
Torvalt misses you. He's so worried about you. Please let us take you up to see him. We don't have to take you into the sun.
She steps back ankle deep into the water.
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't.
Please,
I'm right there.
please.
I'm not going to let her do that. If anyone knows what it is like to be two people and to revert to something baser, it is me. You are coming with us.
I've seen the drow. They're not. They're people. Like us, it's all right.
She has been poisoned. Her mind has been poisoned.
Dipthe.
Dipthe.
You are still Dipthe.
No, never will be again.
Well, we'll see about that. You still sound like her. Why don't you come with us, and we'll take you to Torvalt.
I belong below.
Take my
Why?
hand.
You can be below if that is what you choose, and that is what you prefer. But why do you belong below?
I have fallen. I have become that which we were never to be.
Well, there's always a way to return. Don't you want to see Torvald again?
Not like this.
He might be able to undo some of what she did to you.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with you.
No.
Sure, you got a bit of white fuzz on your head, but I think it's quite becoming.
Also, gray is universally flattering.
Certainly.
She runs her hand through the stubble on her formerly bald head.
I will come with you.
Do you know of Miras's blue? We know of your ancestors, of the people you come from. You are the blood of the Cyclone Warden. We have so much to share with you. You are truly special, and you must come with us, please. We won't make you do anything you don't want to do, but if you think that you should be banished here to the depths, I tell you, it doesn't have to be that way.
Plus, I'm gonna need someone to help me with this kingdom, because I don't know anything to do.
If you want to still be of service to this world and do good in it, we are your allies in that. And we need you.
Let's go see Torvald. I think we all need to get out of this cave.
First met you. I asked you to trust. But
Trust us.
my trust is eroded. Gone.
So
Like my very being.
there's only up from here.
5 wardens. Everything we know was a lie.
Yes. So maybe this thing that you say you belong underground is wrong. Maybe it was a lie.
We have so much to share with you. We've seen incredible things.
Come along, everyone. Let's go out of the cave, away from the lake of bodies, and back up
Bring in this.
the cave.
I'll go hops the tentacle over his shoulder and starts
All right.
dragging it up.
Oh,
all
it
of you-
strangely still
Matt,
smells quite good to me.
Can
good
I?
try.
Can I?
Oh.
Start moving up through that tunnel, that cave wall,
I'm holding back a little.
the slick moisture of the
James.
side sort of seeping down. It no longer seems to be fed, just sort of trickling down, receding, and the top of the tunnel walls are drier now. Everything seems to be changing in this place. Dipthe moving very tentatively, very slowly.
I'll hold her hand if she lets me.
She's reluctant at first, and then she holds your hand, soft fur of your paw around this gray, this deep cobalt gray of her hand. You walk up through this tunnel, and as you get farther up, you hear the screaming. Oh! Uggo, you are first pulling this tentacle, this carcass, this bit globule of this massive Aboleth that you all destroyed. And as you make your way into that larger chamber where you fought Brakka, you almost inside, you see the cage with the 7 orcs that you appointed around it, all of them looking around, seeing you come through the entranceway and indicating inside Brakka screaming, rolling around in agony. His translucent skin dry and flaky.
Does it remind us of the Aboleth? His gross, translucent skin?
I think that's a fair thing to say, yeah.
I have held back in the chamber.
Okay.
By the way.
How far back? Because I don't think we would go 60 feet and then turn around and be like, oh, James is gone. That's okay.
That's very
I mean, I think it's reasonable to think that if you're, holding Dipthe's hand, very consumed with that, moving up, you hear this screaming ahead of you. Maybe you would not be entirely conscious of how far back he had.
Lily? I don't know about that.
Yeah. Especially after that battle and how weird he felt about it.
Well, let's let the dice decide. Lily, why don't you roll me a wisdom check? You have advantage from Lily Dumblestuck fan.
Oh, thank you.
Anytime I sneak off, everybody gets to roll to try to see if I'm disappeared or not.
Very true.
I don't know. You've gone off quite a few times without.
I was gonna say it, and it doesn't stop you.
I know. That's what
15.
I'm saying.
All right, I think she would notice that you are not there, James. So I don't know, Lily, what you would like to do about that.
I'm not gonna like bother him. I'll just probably kind of keep an eye back a little bit. I don't know how far. Are you fully in the chamber still?
I'm standing near the edge of the water, and I don't want to resolve the Brakka for the moment, I guess, because this.
Okay, yeah. So Lily, have you hung back as well?
Yeah. If James is standing at the edge of the water of the dead orcs, I'm not gonna go.
All right, so here's what we have here. Here's what we have here. We have James at the edge of the water. Lily, having walked forward and realizing he's not there, stopped and turning. Fahima and Civ sort of in the middle there. Civ with Dipthe moving and sort of also stopping because Lily's not there. Ugo at the front of the pack, holding the thing, hearing the screams radiating down the front of the corridor.
Yeah.
I mage hand one of the dead orc bodies and pull it over to myself.
All right.
Like basically in the water, if it's floating, I will pull it closer to me.
All right. You see this hideous sight of a orc, eyes wide.
Yeah.
And I reach down and I cast Speak with the Dead.
Oh.
All right. And your eyes turn black. You get into that trance state. Lily, you see the back of James sort of slouch as you watch him, and there's a rumble on the surface of the water, and then the corpse sits up out of the water, beads of water dripping down from its orcish face, a tusk coming jutting out of its jaw, but its eyes wide.
What happened to you? Did Brakka do this?
Yes.
This thing, this monster was his master?
Oh, north, old thrall.
It's in Orcish.
I was gonna say, I did not understand that. Oh.
I said.
Okay.
Turn into a song.
You only get 3, right?
I think I got 5.
5? Is it 5?
Is it 5 or 3? Dang it, sorry.
It's
Sorry, it's
5.
been a minute.
5.
It's 5.
It is
Up to
5.
Yep.
Is there anything below this?
Yes.
Where did it come from?
Splash into the water.
Stand up.
I will scurry back up the hallway.
I'd probably take a long look, and then start to turn and follow.
I'll go as he enters the cavern, hearing Brakka scream in pain, says, "Quit your belly aching, Brakka! Get him out of there!"
And they open the cage door, these orcs, and they lift Brakka up. And Brakka looks at you. Why?
I lift up the tentacle. Did you know?
Of course.
You did this!
Why did you not kill me?
Because you will answer for your crimes!
Be done with it. Become Warchief. I am dying anyway.
Ugo gets up close to his face. Brakka, you don't even want to be Warchief.
Take it.
You can't understand it, can you? I don't want it.
Then why did you kill Father?
You made me kill Father.
Go. Go. This rage never affected you. Don't you know that?
No!
You
did it!
Killed Father.
No!
You know it is true. You were protected. You were always the one.
Ugo grabs his neck and starts to strangle him hard. You shut your mouth!
Ugo, stop!
Shut up!
Remember.
Ugo, stop. I would have heard the screaming and started running. For sure.
He lies! He lies!
Ugo, stop.
Ugo lets him go.
Why are you so weak? Kill me! Kill me!
Go. Take my hand.
You are weak. You are nothing. You killed Father and then you slithered away like a coward.
I will awaken mind into Brakka's mind. Shut your mouth or I will destroy you.
And he awakens mind into yours.
Warlock. I see you and your darkness. I know from whence you came.
Is that supposed to intimidate me?
Lily, you understand the rage. Tell me you understand.
I understand it. I understand it. It's terrible, and I don't know how you control it. And I admire you so much even more than I already did. I didn't even know that was possible. Ugo, you're amazing. Look
Lily,
at me. He's trying to make it work.
No, listen.
I'm listening.
He's right.
What do you mean?
No.
I knew what I was doing.
You didn't know what you were doing?
I knew. I chose. It was my decision.
Okay.
I planned it
Okay.
from the start.
Okay.
And he points to Brakka, didn't know that.
Okay. Hey, Ugo.
Don't you understand? I am a lie. Everything I am is a lie.
That's not true. Just because there's one lie doesn't mean everything you are is a lie.
And he looks at Brakka. There's one thing that I did that you did not. And then I resisted it. You want to talk about weakness? I was the strong one, Brakka.
Yes.
I did what needed to be done when everyone whispered in the night. And then you took advantage when I made the decision, because you couldn't stand that I would be Warchief. That is not why I killed him, Brakka. I did not want to be Warchief. You could have been Warchief from then. I would have told everyone that you killed him.
I embraced it to make myself stronger because I knew you were the strong one, always the strong one, Uggo.
You're twins, Brakka!
Yes, but look at us. We are different as night and day.
It doesn't have to be that way. I have found a better way. I can show it to you.
I embrace the night. I embrace the darkness, Uggo.
So do I. Yes, I did as well. But in the darkness, I found light, Brakka. I found the source of our ancestors. I found it. You cut it out. You, even then would never do such a thing. That is how I know this is not you.
Everyone, so consumed by the past. Even it, down there, consumed by the past. But I think of the future. I was taking Thorn to the future.
You were driving Thorn further into the rage it was already in. You are worse than Father. You knew. Father was not smart enough to understand.
And you are simple.
I may be simple. You're right. But I have learned much, and you are the one who sparked that from me. As much as I may wish to rip out your throat with all of them watching, I am not.
At these words, Meep will release from Fahima's shoulder and fly over and land on Uggo's shoulder. And look at Brakka.
You, Brakka, you taught me to be strong. When we were little, I looked up to you. You taught me the words I could not understand. Even the orcish ones, the ones that struggled in my mouth. You were always the one wise enough to tell me their meaning and why they were important. The day it happened, when I killed Father. Why? Why did you try to kill me?
Because I thought you were trying to take it. Why else kill him?
Because he was hurting everyone else. He killed Mama.
She was weak.
You are weak. Even now, you beg for me to kill you like a sniveling rat.
Meep
Live
ruffles
with
her
what
feathers.
you have done.
Meep is ruffling when you get angry.
You want to lead Thorn to future? And so you wear the skins of demons? You cut down ancestral tree? Cut us off from where we come from. This is how you lead into the future.
And as 10 minutes tick by, he's
Throw him in the cage. Let him suffer with what he's chosen. As I do every day.
Jeff, does he look like he's dying?
Yes. He looks like Uggo obviously beat him within an inch of his life, and now it looks like there's something else eating away at him.
Oh, so it does just degenerative. It's not just pain. It's actually like...
Yeah, there's something wrong with him.
Okay, well then I wouldn't throw him in the cage. I would say, I'd grab him by like his jaw hard. What is wrong with you?
I am more than I was.
Jeff, I'm going to start looking him over.
Yeah.
Like closer to his skin. Attempt to medicine check?
Sure, medicine check sounds great. You have a straight roll as far as I'm concerned.
What was that thing, Brakka?
I do want to mention real quick, a couple of evil yams came in. Neglected fruitcake. Folks are using their names to send messages to us tonight. And dire nair, neglected fruitcake, and dire nair are the evil yams. I'm sorry, what was your question?
16 was medicine check.
Medicine check. It is clear to you that his body seems diseased. There is something terribly wrong. His skin, you noticed it even in the dream, and now when you see him in person, his skin is translucent and slimy, but now there's a dryness to it, a flakiness to it, and his skin looks thin and fragile, almost paper-like. There's this sort of arid weakness to his complexion.
The source of your power is gone, Brakka. It's dead. Pieces of it are blown all over the chamber down there.
Brought a piece with me.
You could not look. What? How? No. No.
Listen to the truth.
No.
Your power is gone, and we don't want to lose you, so tell us how to help you.
I think I have an idea. And I grab again by his face, force him to look me in the eye. Brakka, despite what you have done, I still love you. I have found this as I've traveled with my family, making me realize that abandoning you was my choice. And that is what I feel bad for. I left my brother to face this alone. And that is what I will spend the rest of my days making up to you. And the reason that I know these things, and the reason that Ugo has learned, is because of the name Amanda. And as I say Amanda, I'm going to spend 5 HP of my lay on hands ability to cure disease.
Unfortunately,
that's fine.
It does not work.
It's still a land. I anticipated that.
You press your hands as you're holding his face, and the light glows from between your fingers, and it illuminates the underside of his brow, the underside of his tusks, and you see this hatred in his eyes, this look soften slightly.
You cannot just let me die.
No.
Why, Ugo? You killed father. You took it the orcish way. You were always the strong one. Why?
Lily. He is suffering. Can you help him?
I can try. I don't know what this illness that plagues him, if my healing will do any good.
Is Torvalt still in the chamber?
Not where you can see him, no. He went up toward the exit before you went down the...
I think he needs a priest. I don't know if Lily is going to be enough.
I'll just try cure wounds on him and see if it does anything.
You see some of the damage that Ugo inflicted on him heal, but this condition that he seems to be suffering is still present.
Dipthe, is there anything you know? Any magic?
The creature Blue. It got him. It put its mark on him.
There needs to be something. There must be something. And I go running for Torvalt.
Go get Torvalt. Yeah.
I'm calling out Torvalt's name as I rush for the exit.
And you run toward the front, and you see Torvalt there toward the top of the chamber.
Please.
You ran up this long ramp. He looks very terrified of what's happening outside the entrance, but he looks back at you and he says, "Oh, James,
Please, we need your help. I'm not sure if you can, but please, we need you. Come on.
Is there still danger down there?
We will protect you, I promise. But it's Brakka. There is some sort of disease that is.
Lead the way. Lead the way.
Come on, please."
And he
I'll
follows you.
wrap an arm around him and
Yeah.
help him as
He
quickly
follows
as we
you
can.
back down into the chamber. You splash through that ankle-deep water and get back to his cage, the cage that he had been locked inside. And he walks up and looks at Brakka, now rendered, as helpless as he was inside that cage.
We destroyed the source of his power, but it's killing him. Please.
I have felt the rage recede in here. Yes.
Is there anything you can do?
Do not touch me, wizard.
Quiet, Brakka.
I think he needs a cleric. I'm powerless to do anything, but I believe I've regained enough strength to open a portal should we need one. That is the best I can do.
Where would we go?
Tell us. It seems the largest city in line.
I'll go. I'll go.
Yeah.
Do you want
Yeah.
to do that?
We don't all have to go.
That's true. Though separating us that much is potentially an awful idea.
Yeah, I don't feel great about that.
Going to Turles right now with a sick Brakka and Torvalt as weak as he is not smart either.
We have friends in Turles that can protect us, but
We are wanted.
I know.
Still,
But-
you think? It's been a while.
Probably.
Yes.
Yes.
I nod
We-
very slowly and very deliberately.
Those things wear off.
What about Winkberg?
Surely
What
they've
about
forgotten by now.
what about
Listen-
Chalmers? What about Chalmers and Winkberg? What about
Chalmers might be able to do it with his Ankh, or the symbol of the Candle Queen.
Is there,
or
is there,
going back to the dwarves?
is there a natural order wizard in Winkberg?
There is not.
Yes, Chalmers. Chalmers. He secretly worships the Candle Queen. That is what he told me.
That's not the same, though.
Not the gears of the order.
What
No,
about?
But he is a priest.
No, but
What
he
about
can
Mama?
he can only teleport us to another natural order wizard. That's the problem.
What about the girl who we accidentally turned into, who's very small now? Do you think?
She's in Turles.
Oh, she's in. Okay,
James,
we can find her.
message human mama.
Dondo might be able to do it.
Dondo. Okay. Yes. Yeah. I'll pull out my tome very quickly, and I'm already writing a message to Lesliana. We need.
While he's
Sheila.
doing that, I'm going to walk Dipthe over to Torvalt because I've been holding my breath for that moment to happen.
And Jeff, I'll look at one of the other orcs that's there and say, bring food and water for the prisoners, or for the former prisoners.
Yes, Warchief. And you can sense that there's this strange uncertainty
Confusion.
with them,
Yeah.
that they don't have this sort of underlying sense of rage that they're used to having, and they kind of don't know what to do with themselves. But you are the Warchief, and so they listen to you, but there's a strange uncertainty, a lack of resolve, that anger that they, as you do in battle, it bolstered them. They relied on it to sort of give them confidence and push them forward. And now the lack of it is palpable. You can sense it in them that there is this lack of resolve, but they nod and follow the orders and run up and out and head to try to. Sorry, what was the order? I forgot.
Bring food and water.
Bring food and water. Yeah. So they head up and out the exit.
I'm quickly scribbling to Lesliana. Braca alive, but dying of some disease. Do you have healers, clerics, anything that we can bring him to you?
All right. Oh yeah, she signed your book, didn't she? Yes.
She did.
All right. And so those words you scrawl on the book, and you see the script disappear as quickly as you write it. It is sent off through the channel that you have created with these signatures in your magical book. And just below it, as if in response, she writes, "We have cleric. Awaiting instructions."
Can we take him there?
They should come here.
Is it
They'll
safe?
have to walk through Thorn. Okay.
Maybe they can come as an animal instead of coming as orc.
Can Torvald
person.
portal? Can Torvald portal there? No, natural
No.
order.
The only portals between natural
Yeah.
order wizards. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Maybe.
Do we have that much time? Torvald, in your opinion, do we have that much time?
He looks very weak. Your healing has improved his health from the damage he seems to have taken physically, but this
every 10 minutes he's
There is a lot of unrest going outside. I'm guessing there's quite a bit of unrest going on out in the streets right now. I don't think just running away from Thorn and leaving them without a warchief, without any clue as to what's going on, is a good idea. But maybe getting Braca to Turles is the best idea. I could take Braca to Turles. Maybe Civ could come with me, and then Torvald could stay here with you, and you could join us tomorrow or whenever he can cast the spell again next, and give Ugo the chance to say something to ease the tension here in the city, at least something. We cannot just leave these people lost and bewildered.
I'll go. As the leader of the city, potentially right now, what do you feel comfortable with?
Ugo looks around at everybody else and leans close to her and to Lily, and he says,
I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's okay. We haven't had any idea what we're doing for most of this adventure. Do you want to go with
thought about
Brakka?
that till just now.
We're always making it up. And I think that's what we're good at, sometimes better than others.
I don't. I am afraid, bruh. Care for him, Lily.
I know. I understand the need for you to stay here, but I also understand if you don't want to maybe leave him alone with other people.
I am afraid he will not come back from Turles.
That's fair.
He must stand in front of orcs and answer for crimes.
Okay. Do you want to do that first before we go to Turles?
Save him first.
All right.
Don't want us to split.
Okay.
It's like you say in the song.
Don't split the party, yeah.
Mm.
Thank you for remembering. Well, okay.
And if there is cleric there, not far from here.
We can send us and some orcs with Braca on horseback, and we'll travel fast.
I think the point is not separating him and Brakka, though.
Okay, then all of us, all of us, and maybe we move quickly through the city. Maybe some of.
Can we meet them at the gate of the city?
That sounds like we can do.
Yes. Okay. So I will start scribbling again to Lesliana.
So
come to Thorn. Bring cleric fast as you can. We'll meet you at the gates.
yes, because I wouldn't want them to have to come through.
Ugo is currently Warchief.
Yeah.
Currently is underlined and bolded somehow.
It is. Argo is Warchief asterisk.
You see me using a highlighter in the book.
All right, those words, of course, written disappear. The script, like writing in invisible ink, disappears as soon as you scribble it, and new script appears under it. An extraordinary development. Seems dangerous to approach the city. Will do my best.
As close as you can. Thank you. Okay.
How long is that walk
Took half a day, I think.
for them? On if they have horses.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, as animals, they could go fast. Unfortunately, the cleric can't transform, so they'll be slowed by the cleric.
The cleric could ride on one of the druids.
That's true. That's probably what will happen, actually.
I'll go.
Yes.
You have a little bit of time before the cleric gets here. Do you want to take this moment to address the city before you do the whole brother answering for his crimes part?
Yes, we should probably announce there is new Warchief to those who did not witness.
Yes. It feels like I haven't been out there, but it seems like it's probably not great. You can do this, Uggo. You're a good leader, and you're smart. You and your brother have a lot in common. You just are confident in different areas.
He's handsomer.
No, you look exactly the same. And honestly,
Yeah,
I'm partial to you. Don't tell him.
partial to you too. Uggo looks at the other orcs and says, bring. Orcs have been disorganized. Thorn orcs have been disorganized for so long. We do not have ancestors who pass knowledge. Announce Uggo as Warchief. Tell City, I will present self soon, but first must contact Ukdun.
You see that orc's eyes get wide as you say that. It's like the last orc that didn't go in the previous group.
One.
Whoa.
It's Gurk.
He's looking at
nods.
an orcish thing flyer.
Yeah.
He's distracted by that.
Yeah. Goes up and out, leaving you all alone.
Thank you, all of you.
He does good at it.
You see, Brakka screaming periodically every 10 minutes.
I'll continue, Jeff, to just heal him
Okay.
a little bit. I mean, until his wounds, I guess, are
He's
healed
still
up.
he's still in the cage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should pull him out and we should start moving him. Right?
It is going to be dangerous to get him through the city. I look over at Fahima. Can you make him disappear?
Or we could just throw some clothes on him. Throw a robe over his head.
He's going to be screaming. They are going to hear him.
Why is that dangerous?
Because he still has loyalty. There are still loyal orcs in this city.
Why
they
are
don't
we
all
moving
know.
him?
Because Lesliana won't be able to get
We're
right
trying
into the
to
city.
get him closer to the cleric, I thought, so that
Yes.
he can be healed.
Yes,
Can't
correct.
we escort her through the city?
I guess it's just we're running
Look,
short on time, so
I
hopefully
can
we can
just-
meet in the middle.
I can just polymorph him into a frog or something.
Okay.
That's probably.
Last an hour.
No. I do not want any of this.
Look, Brakka. Fahima stomps up to him. Brakka. Hi, hello, my name is Fahima. Either you're going to turn into a frog or a mouse or some other selection of small creature and you're going to come along with us, or you're going to hang your head low and proclaim to the entire orcish city that you were beaten out by Uggo and you submit. So, which is it?
I choose death.
Okay,
That wasn't
frog
an
it
option.
is. Fahima will try to cast polymorph on him. He gets a save.
Yeah, he gets to resist.
Yeah.
Boink. Zoinks.
What is that? Constant
Wisdom.
Wisdom save?
All right. He has
It's gonna
straight
be
roll.
pretty high. Okay.
While she's doing this, I'm going to turn to Uggo. Uggo, if we try to bring humans into this city, are they going to allow it if you say so?
They seem different. So I'm not sure, but if they were the same, anything I say they would do, without question.
Even the ones that like Brakka more than you.
Yes, when I am Warchief, Warchief is Warchief.
All right.
Rolled a 17.
My spell save DC is 17.
So I
Meet a
made it.
beat. Yeah.
You beat it.
Maybe,
All right, we're gonna do this. Are we going to do this the hard way? You know, I have lots of spells in my book, namely one that is a lance made out of your enemy's blood. Look, and as she pulls open her book. You see this? You see this? This is all my spells. They're quite brutal, some of them. I can just go down the list. I've got plenty of energy left.
Kill me.
Okay. Okay. What spell
You
should
just
I
want to
try
clarify,
next?
you're not going to kill him, right? You're not going to kill
Only
him.
honorable way.
I will try to turn him into. Oh no, I'm running out of spell slots. The high ones.
Can he resist if he's unconscious? He can still resist?
I don't know. That's a good call.
Yeah, I think mental. I think it's mental stats. You auto fail if you're unconscious. Physical too, because you can't move.
Yeah, I think you're right. Page 292 of the player's handbook says, an unconscious creature is unaware of its surroundings. It also states a few lines down that the creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws.
But not mental.
But not
Yeah.
mental. Yep. Wow.
Good to know.
Yeah. Yeah. So it doesn't automatically fail.
Fahima, I can just knock him out and then we can carry him unconscious.
Yes.
So again, I'm going to give you a choice. Do you want to let him bop you on the head, or?
Turn me into a frog.
Well, see,
That's what I would choose too. If someone gave me that option, I'd be like, I'd rather be a frog than be knocked out.
okay, I'll use my 5th level spell slot to cast polymorph.
All right. And you, what creature do you want to turn him into?
A frog. He's gonna be a frog. A little green frog.
He's swings him, and he's there.
I'm gonna immediately put him in a burlap. I'm gonna immediately put him in a burlap sack.
Nicely done. Careful with it. Careful with it. He doesn't have a
tie
lot
up
of.
the burlap sack and hand it over to Lily because she's gonna be the one that has to periodically heal him so that he survives.
And
I think you've introduced the concept of Pokemon here.
Periodically, from inside the burlap sack, you hear the sound of a frog going through excruciating pain. He's still diseased. You know, he's still diseased. So
Right.
I don't know what a frog pain sounds like, but whatever it is, that's it.
Yeah.
Does she need to keep healing him? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, because if he takes too much damage, he'll revert back to his usual form.
That's right.
So
In fact, what is the frog's HP?
Oh, it's got to be nothing.
Got to be
It's
like
a
6,
tiny.
right?
I gotta be
less,
like
yeah.
1 or 2. Yeah.
It's gonna be real time.
Yeah. Let me find out what this thing.
all right, I'm just gonna knock him out when he
let's
reverts
move.
to Brakka.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It only takes 1d12 acid damage every 10 minutes. So,
That's gonna revert him back to.
well, if I roll low,
We don't know. We don't know.
We'd have 10 minutes to get him from here to the city gates, just running with
Just
this burlap
running.
sack.
We need to move.
I'll go.
I just rolled a 3. I just rolled a 3. So the first time it happens, he only takes 3 damage.
I mean, we could say he's
It's
like a rat or something else, like a couple more hit points, but
Okay.
yeah.
Let's say frogs.
I'll go.
I'm telling you, probably don't
Yeah.
much.
Should we move through the city right now to announce you as Warchief?
We should probably go to, well, it seems like you moved tent here. This seems to be where Warchief live.
Okay.
Jeff, that's correct, right? Like in general.
Yeah. That's just he stayed down here.
Right.
That was a definite change from your father. But Torvalt looks at you and says,
I have seen out a cave. There is a bit of expectation of your arrival.
That could be a good distraction. If Uggo is speaking to all of them, we could sneak out to the edge of the city.
All right, let's go. And Uggo grabs the tentacle and begins to drag it up.
all right. Dipthe, very reluctant, she says, I don't want to go to the surface. I do not belong there anymore. But I will come with you as requested. Please do not make me stand in the light.
The two of you can stay here if you want. I look at Torvalt and Dipthe.
It is not safe for them to stay here alone.
I do not want to stay.
Wow.
No, I do not want to stay.
Well, how about a hat? Would a hat suffice? And female conjure
Everybody wants different things. This is hard.
Huge hat for her.
You conjure a huge
You'll break
hat?
your spell.
Yeah, you
You'll
can't
break your
do
spell.
that.
Well, I
Concentration
should
things,
say-
right?
Why?
The-
No. It's not a concentration spell. The minor conjuration. I don't think it is.
Also,
Oh.
Jessica did say that the frog has 1 hit point, so Brakka definitely burst out of this bag and on top of Lily.
All right, I'm just knocking him out. I'm knocking him out.
Knock him out.
All right.
Knock him out, and I'll immediately do spare the dying. And, yeah, let's go.
Fine.
My thought is that
Noted.
Civ does 2 punches. One is a frog, and then one is a Brakka.
It's probably hard to like get the skull of a frog.
And you're just like punch, punch again.
Okay. Dipthe, I have stuff in my disguise kit. You want a cape?
It's not about disguise, is it?
I know, but to protect you from the sunlight.
Is the sun out?
It's not about protection from the sunlight. It is about belonging there. I do not belong,
All right. Well,
but I will follow you as promised.
okay.
Yes,
Dipthe,
I am
Torvald.
Dipthe.
Dipthe, Torvald,
Yes.
you are part of this family. You all belong. And Uggo specifically looking at Dipthe. You belong with us. We met for a reason. I am sorry you are going through what I assume is culturally painful realization. But you belong.
I will trust again.
Take Dipthe's hand, and I will start leading us. Come on.
All right, so all of you make your way up this long ramp that you had walked down before.
I guess I'm carrying comatose Brakka.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll go, and maybe one of the other random orcs can help as well. Hopefully.
I think
Sure.
we lost all our random orcs, but
Did we?
did.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
but
I don't, none of them ever came back, but okay.
You can. I mean, he's not a small person, but I think you could
No.
drag him, get him up there. I think
All right.
the combined efforts of everybody could get him up there. And as you arrive, the light of day shining into this cave entrance, and as you emerge out of it, I'll go at the head of the pack, dragging this tentacle, connected to a piece, a disgusting chunk of mangled flesh. As you walk out into the light, your eyes have to adjust for a second, but as they do, you see all of the assembled orcs of Thorn. Dozens and dozens and dozens of orcs standing there, awaiting you.
Keep it simple.
And there are the 2 or 3 that you sent for food and water are standing at the front with a plate of food and a container of water, and everyone, young and old, some still wearing the skins of demons, all of them looking expectantly, waiting for you. And the rest of you fall in behind Ugo, standing there, old and young. They all seem strangely calmer than you've ever seen any of the orcs of Thorn. No longer this bubbling undercurrent of rage simmering at all times as you've always known them to be. There's a strange vulnerability to them that you do not recognize. And they look to you in this moment.
Orcs of Thorn! Ugo Rage Fist has returned!
And there is a small amount of response at first, but then it rumbles, and it is this on the ground, everyone hitting. It's not applause, it's just a rumble on the ground as they all acknowledge you as Warchief.
Much I have learned. Leaving my home, I have learned that we have been corrupted for far too long. And he lifts, Ugo lifts up the tentacled beast and tosses it into the crowd.
Lands on the ground, splattering with guts and gore as they make a hole in the crowd to look at it.
The rage we have worshipped lies there dead. We have been fooled, driven by the dark and the forgotten, because we have forgotten. We have forgotten what it means to be honorable. We have changed the meaning of honor to fit our needs. Killed when we decided to kill. When it felt good. Da revealed herself to Ugo, and I now stand in her glory. And I'll hold up Bajak. Juk means family. Orcs, humans, Tabaxi. We are all family. We come from the same place. We descend from the same people. I will now say, Thorn no longer weaker orc. No longer stand in shadow of anyone. But orc will not show themselves to light by war. Thorn will not show itself by hurting others longer. Thorn will now protect those who need protection. Our honor will be driven by our actions and deeds that we choose. We are no longer driven by the history that we have lived. We honor ancestors by showing them we will grow strong and honorable as Amanda has decried. First, go say.
The orcs are silent for a moment, even as, by the way, only Civ understood any of that. You understood the intensity of it, but he said it in Orcish, and so none of you. I think you got the tenor of it, but only sure. Civ understood the actual word for word. And
I'm just staring at the crowd to see if they're buying it.
And there is a silence, even as you all sort of give a clap. There's a silence, and Girk, the smaller orc from down below who stands in the front holding some food, is the first one to speak.
All hail, Uggo Ragefist, Warchief of Thorn.
And then a massive crescendo.
All hail!
They all say in unison, it shakes your boots with the force of it. And Girk says again in a small, orcish voice,
So it is spoken, so it is done.
and a crescendo response.
So it shall be done.
You all feel this moment of acceptance, of acknowledgement that Uggo is Warchief of Thorn. And that is where we will end tonight.
Yeah, amazing.
Wow.
Congratulations, guys.
Ooh.
I really thought that Aboleth fight was not going to go well.
That was,
I mean, it really wasn't going well.
it was going very poorly.
Yeah, it was going real bad.
That was pretty impressive, Jessica. Well done.
It was
Well
one
done.
Thanks. Well, you know,
MVP move.
all
but-
thanks to the homebrew spell of water shape. Water form.
I love how I put in that the advantage on con saves, not having any idea that it would ever matter. There you go. Like, you figured out a way to make it work. It's pretty cool. Oh my gosh, what a fun one tonight. It's great to be back.
Yeah.
Thank you to all of the folks. Last call, by the way, for the Force War. Right now we're at Team Force of Good 56%, Team Force of Evil 44%. So we'll call it in the next let's say 2 minutes. So I don't like, last time we had that craziness where people came in right at the end. So I just want to give people fair warning. But those of you that gave us yams and potatoes, we are so grateful. It is extraordinarily generous. Those of you who are patrons, we are even more grateful. Well, not more, but equally grateful. We appreciate you very, very, very much. And one of the tiers of the Patreon support of this show, one of the very top tiers, the Team Force of Evil and Team Force of Good, is to have your name read out at the end of the show. And we have a little game we like to play about that. So let's get to that right now. We have suggestions posted on our Patreon for ways, manners, styles in which to read the end of the show names, the Team Force of Good and Team Force of Evil names. Okay, here we go. So the first one is Team Force of Good. Let's should we roll a d6 and see who's going to read it?
Yes, please.
All right, let's do it. Here we go. Well, it's a 2. So that's
Jessica.
Jessica.
Okay.
All right. This is a Force of Good. We'll do a different one we'll do a different person for Force of Evil, so we'll switch it up. But the Force of Good was submitted by a concerned citizen of Ain on the Patreon. Thank you, a concerned citizen of Ain. This is as a stumper for the circus. So you're announcing all. You're standing on the stump, like step right up, step right up, that kind of thing.
Is it like not
you're
the
a
ringleader?
barker.
That's the guy outside.
Yeah,
Right,
you're a barker. Yeah,
So you're
barker.
announcing it says all the attractions and rides, etc. Oh, it says, or it can be the ringmaster introducing the acts. So whichever you prefer.
Okay.
Either the stumper outside who's trying to get people to come inside and see what's amazing, or the ringmaster who's starting the show.
Okay. Are we doing it now?
Yes.
Yes, unless there's anything else I'm forgetting.
Oh no, I thought we were gonna do the Force of Evil announcement too. Okay. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dungeon Run Circus. Our first act, we have Armando 89. He is an armadillo with an extraordinarily thick shell. Then we have Hadrian X, which is a very angry small boy. We're not quite sure what his show is yet. But that's what he is. Then we have Wilbro Jr., which is the son of Wilbro. Again, family nepotism runs very deeply in this circus. We're not
He's
quite sure
also
what
talented. He's my boy, but he's talented.
Yes, love to see you here, Wilbro Senior. Fen Diril. Fen is a woman who, instead of hair, grows swamp weeds. Ayamu cow. That is a giant cow, which is actually several small cows that have been combined into one at birth. And the Gold family. See, that is an extraordinary family with skin that shines as brightly as gold.
I like gold. So
very shiny. Yes, come right on in. Tickets over there around the side there. Yes. Next we have Just Jewels, which is just a glittering display kaleidoscope of a jeweled. It's a frame with a bunch of jewels in it, and it shines very brightly with lots of rainbow colors.
I've never seen jewels before. I'd like to see that.
Security looks real
Show.
lax here.
Yes.
It's just a frame?
Just a frame of jewels, yes, but very, very rainbow.
Mama, I want to see the frame of jewels.
Oh, little girl, you might like kitty scritches. This is a half woman, half cat. Oh, I still haven't seen which half is which. Then we have Dungeon Run, yay, which is our intermission at the circus, where we all just sing songs together about Dungeon Run and how much we love the Dungeon Run circus, yay. Then we have the notorious Braca, which is a it's a snow monster. Snow monster.
You sound like you just made that up. Do you really have a snow monster back there?
Look, it's my first day on the job.
She did have an angry young boy. I'll believe anything now.
I don't remember everything, but I do remember there's something about snow. Cold can. No, it was Cold Candor. That's what it was. Cold Candor.
That sounds like the name of a snow
I'm
monster.
still confused what Braca is, though.
So Braca, ignore the Braca. The Braca is a different.
Braca's only a myth.
I feel like these acts are named ironically.
Then we have Bob Harris, which is a striking piece where we have a very large kiddie pool where we have bits and bobs bobbing about, and then one of them is a man with a shaved head, and we have to guess which one it is.
Jessica's never been to a circus.
Does he bob for apples?
Jessica has never been to a circus.
Never been to a circus.
So keep going.
Either that or when she goes to the circus,
I'm
she's
more
on a
describing,
certain
I
substance.
think
I'm in for Harris.
I
That's
think I got freak show and circus.
Yeah, a little bit.
That could work. That could work.
Worked out.
Go ahead.
Then we have Ojito, which is what you'll be screaming if one of our bicyclists in the spherical thing runs over your toe. Then we have Mickey Wolf. Woo! Yes. This is a woman with a elephant-sized wolf familiar. Shocking. Shocking.
Elephant-sized. Well, all right.
Why is the woman with her? Why is
And I'd pay to see that wolf, but the woman it seems like a dangerous position for her to be in.
Maybe she rides on top of it. Maybe that's what it is.
Pooh Monkey is my favorite part of the show. That is our acrobatic show, and we call them Pooh Monkeys because they're a bit like monkeys flying around.
What about the poo part?
A bit of will fall on your head.
Okay, got it.
That's why we say hats are mandatory inside of the circus.
Got it.
It's like a Gallagher show. But you don't know who that is, so never mind.
Oh, no. I'm
My
also
cousin sat in the front row last week. He regretted it.
But they say if
They
you
call that the splash zone. Go ahead.
You know what? You can't let your past decisions control your present, so just enjoy the show.
Yay!
Well done. Well
Jessica
done.
Parsons, everybody.
Wow.
Team
Well
force
done.
of good, even better.
That was tough.
Hip hip hooray.
Tough.
One more. We got a 5.
Lily.
Oh, the
Yay,
win.
Katie.
Ladies first.
Katie.
This actually works great because it says, this is submitted by Aaron Sussman. This is the Team Force of Evil. This is your mother guilting you for not calling her more.
Oh man.
Oh god.
All right, it's about to get rough.
React that way.
Oh.
This hits too close to home.
Okay, cut it out. Bring the show down at the
Sorry,
end.
Mom. I love you, Mom.
Katie's at you. My mom's not Southern, but was
She went to the circus earlier, so she
immediately. Oh, I thought you changed that box number. I thought you changed it because I haven't heard from you and I couldn't get a hold of you. I left you messages, but I guess you weren't down to clown. And I was just J-rocking over here by myself. And I understand. You go up and played with all your friends, and you don't have time to, the Carson your mom anymore.
Listen, I Carson you better than anybody, Mom. Come on.
No, don't you dare Fernando the Jackal me. I know that move from when you were just in little diapers, okay? You used to do it to me then. You did it to me now. I should have known.
I haven't
It's
Fernando
all
the Jackal
coming.
in years.
No, you know what? It's all coming for us, Stealth 86. And it's okay because you're grown now. And I love to see your shiny 8-bit boo out there doing its own thing.
Wait a minute. What? Wait, did someone tag me in a Facebook post? My shiny 8-bit boo hasn't been showing for a while.
Sweetheart, but I know what it looks like, and I know you think I'm nuts.
So
Okay, but I just want to
embarrassing.
hear from you. Okay, you know what? Just want to hear from you. I'm your mother. All right, I'm not a student at Graham.
No, I know you're not a student of Graham, Mom.
Okay, well that's
Love
what
you.
you're acting like. Okay.
Okay,
But I'm gonna
all
let you
right.
go because I know you're all busy with your Gorpin Plaids and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, I know. All right, I'm gonna go Fernando the Jackal, I guess.
Oh, don't you tell me that. Okay, don't forget to wash your hands.
Whoa.
done.
Whoa.
Amazing.
Hey,
Katie,
there,
that
you
was-
shiny 8-bit boo.
That was top level. Very, very
that
good.
got real.
Both of you. Incredibly
real.
cool. And
Oh my
again,
God.
that is all for us to express our gratitude to our top tier patrons. And of course, we had a Chrono Dragon this month, so that is even more mind blowing. But if you want to be one of the
References
names we read
needed.
off at the end, yes, references needed. Thank you. If you want to be one of the names that we read off at the end, or any of the other tiers, we have. I just posted a new stat sheet for one of the monsters that the team faced in previous episodes. I'm doing that every month with DM insight into how I created that monster and what I wanted it to do and how it played out in the episode. So you can get stat blocks put into your own games. We have cast secrets. I know that Morgan put up a really cool video that none of us were allowed to watch about what he
But
was
he's
thinking
allowed
about.
to watch because
Yeah.
it's super secret.
Really cool.
Don't give me those eyebrows, Ron. Don't give me those eyebrows, Ron.
So-
You better not have
Lots
watched
of cool,
I
lots of
haven't,
cool
I haven't.
tiers for you to check out. Lots of cool rewards for you to check out over at patreon.com/thedungeonrun. All right, folks. Thanks again. We really appreciate you. We'll be back next week here at 6 p.m. Pacific time on twitch.tv/thedungeonrun. Until then, humankind, be bold.
Oh.
It started. It started. It started. Started. As a simple dungeon run. As a simple dungeon run.